Welcome, everyone, to the finale of Salt and Serpent, sponsored by Chaosium, using the basic role-playing system. If you'd like to check out the BRP for yourself, links will be popping up in the chat as we play, and let us know in the Discord what you think. We are setting sail in the final part of our adventure. Let's meet our crew.
Hi, I'm Saige Ryan, and I am playing Daddy Piper.
Okay, pronouns?
My pronouns any. Piper's pronouns she, her.
Or dad daddy.
Or dad daddy. You could be a she, her, and a daddy.
That's true. Beyonce sang that. Hi, I'm Aabria Iyengar, playing Dis Your Boat.
Hey, I'm Rowan Hall. I'm playing Marlowe Clarke, your skeleton surgeon murderer. She, her for both of us.
Ah, beans, I forgot mine.
Go back.
Toss it back. Hey, my pronouns are she, her. This is our she, it.
Hi, I'm Surena.
Yes, baby.
Childhood best friend.
I'll be playing Lyra the Navigator. Both of our pronouns are she, they. And let's get so spooky.
Ooh.
Let's do it.
And I am Kailey Bray, your captain on this final leg of our adventure, and also supporter in spooky curses?
And
Oh.
everyone's ex.
Oh, and everyone's ex. Maybe yours, who knows? Anyway, let's set sail. You all have found yourselves in the abode of the witch Oleander, and after a conversation might be a little bit of a generous term for the exchanges that took place, she did eat a few of your possessions.
So cool. So cool.
And then realizing after really absorbing the payment that you offered, she realized you kind of overpaid. Okay, I guess I'm gonna give you some extra stuff about it. As she heats bone needles and distills volcanic black sand into ink to provide you with protective wards on your skin. And say, that's why, I guess, skin still works. It is like flesh.
I get what we mean.
Yeah. On your bodies. To protect you from the touch of the soulless. And she looks around. Who wants to go first?
I'll go.
Yes. And she will take one of her needles for a second and then look at you, and she'll take another one and be like, and then she'll like pull out like a little like little woodworking tool, like a little hammer and chisel.
Yeah.
And then she'll dip it in the ink. Where would you like to have your...
Oh, what a good question. I guess I don't have to put it on an arm because it's all skin. Hey. And Dis's outfit is very specifically, she doesn't wear clothes anymore. She gave them to Lucy. But her carving is now a like reasonable facsimile of the outfit the captain was wearing when we met Belladonna. So I'm like, ooh, let's go across the little corset.
All right. And it takes her a second to kind of like figure out the woodworking style of this, because it wasn't exactly what she intended to do. But she'll start to like tippy tap along this corset, and you just see the lettering form the phrase "hold fast." And as she finishes that last just curve of the text, you feel an odd sensation. It's not unpleasant, but it is odd as the phrase begins to make its way into you, your essence. And as it combines with your essence, it begins to change and mold and morph into something that suits and fits and serves you.
Oh.
Do you know what that looks like?
Oh. I don't know. No. I think this is something so new. Like, I understand ship. It's the only stat anyone's ever had to roll with. And this is so, like, everything is ship, and this is the one thing that is not ship. And I think that Dis has been struggling and fighting with and against and learning the difference between identity and consciousness and like what it means to be. That this strikes somewhere in between the two, where she was kind of holding those ideas as separate. And it's sort of, this is the first thing that's landed in between them. And it's not that she wants to keep a secret, but she doesn't understand it yet. So she kind of just curls in a little bit on it and is just going to sit with it.
So the text essentially remains with that black ink, and below it, there's just a very simple representation of a bowline knot. As it links those two and holds fast for you until you understand it a little bit better and can shape it to what it truly means for you. Cool. Okay. Not these for the rest of you.
Can I hold
don't
it?
think. You want this?
Mm-hmm. Please.
Who else are you gonna use it on?
I found a little horn in the corner and I want to put stuff on it.
All right.
Yay! And I run over to like a bone horn in the corner and I'm just like chiseling into the edge of it.
The etching.
I'm practicing. It's a little scrimshaw.
I'll go next.
She'll pick up her needles.
And I'm like eyeballing your ink, and I'm very nervous about it. But I lift like the edge of my skirt, and I extend my leg out.
Yeah.
And I go ahead.
And she will take a moment and then in a similar movement and motion, just with the needles instead of the chisel, begin to inscribe the same phrase, hold fast, on your skin.
As like the needle touches my skin, I like instinctually just like grab and then look away as you're tattooing.
And again, as she finishes that last line of the script, you feel it combine with your essence and move and change and morph. Do you know what it looks like?
Yes. It is basically like a very simplistic symbol for wave. Like there's like wave and then there's like a sun on top. So it's like wave and then the sun like cresting over the wave.
It's the light above the surface.
The light above the surface.
And you feel it's warm you, almost. And this is the clearest you felt in a very long time. Take a gem.
Ooh.
Look at that. I'll go next. I've got like a blank spot like here.
So along your collarbone, she will inscribe the same phrase, hold fast. And as she finishes that last line, it begins to... you especially feel almost that like white hot line of ink changing and growing in your skin. What does it do?
The ink starts to kind of like bleed in her skin, and it fills in where her locket usually sits, like a chain and a heart-shaped locket right in the center of her chest.
Oh, that's so cool.
I'm gonna take the area that's the now silvery scar and present that to her.
She'll do the same thing, the same phrase, hold fast. And when it finishes, what happens?
The ink kind of sears in and it becomes a long, ornate sword going down the length of the scar with a heart that it's pierced through. And it's a classic black tattoo, but just in the places where the sword pierces the heart is just a little hint of red.
I cannot promise that this will protect you from everything, or that it will make any of you perfectly successful, but it will help.
It's great.
Thank you. Thank you. Can, provided we come back alive, which we will,
Of course.
can we visit you again? Do you have company on your island?
Human company?
Or non-human?
And she just she keeps almost answering and then
Getting caught. I'm really just asking, and I think I'm going to be incredibly straightforward. I feel like you vibe with that. If I can come back and like hang out with you, I don't know, like watch you for a day, but not in like I'm watching you way, but in a way that I'm learning from you kind of way. I can learn from everyone, but I feel like you have a whole thing that is just interesting to me.
it knows the way.
Yeah.
And then the crab that has come back to on top of your head.
Oh,
This is where you put it last, right?
I brought him down because he was doing something with ink.
Yeah.
But yeah,
he
he
went
can
back.
make his way back. Cool.
I guess it's time to
Glows
go.
a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. Great.
It was kind of a like, don't call me, I'll call you from the witch.
Was that what that meant? I thought that
I'm
was
not
like,
in charge of that anymore. If he wants to come back.
Oh, yeah, no, I meant like on the like coming back with the like mentor thing.
yeah, I guess
Oh, no.
really just like,
Just like, yeah, we'll pop in
no,
and
I
see
think
if
that
she's
was
busy.
an invitation. That was an invitation.
All right.
All right.
Cool. Great.
Did everyone get a trinket?
Oh,
I would just like to at least know how to read the book, or at least understand the language of the book. Even if I don't know how to,
And I know you said you found something.
I grabbed like a horn made of a horn, and I've now carved stuff into I've carved little etchings into it. Is there any leftover sand ink?
Sure.
Cool. I'm gonna go over and just kind of rub some into it to reveal the words, and I've written the names of the other boats I've been on the horn.
Oh.
Now I remember. It's a good horn.
Just curious. That was for me.
I think it's both. It's got the little end cap where you're like, I could unscrew this and toot it.
I feel very hesitant about going through a witch's belongings.
Gifts?
I don't even know what's in there anymore.
Is there?
You rolled. I remember you rolling
She's
a
so chill.
good check.
Yeah, I
so-
rolled a really good sense. Sorry, I rolled sense to see if anything felt magic-y useful.
Yeah. So what do you want?
I would really like more bones. I'd like a bag of bones. Little bones.
Nice. I love this. Good.
If I may be so bold, and you can point me in a different direction, I'm looking to see, she's a witch, if she's got rune bones for seeing the future.
So yeah, so I was gonna say, you see a pouch that calls to you, and as you open it to inspect it, you see that it is full of the fine interlocking bones of a large constrictor style serpent. And it's got finely somehow engraved designs on these very flexible skeletal bones, including the skulls and some of extra fangs and things in there. It's it feels very powerful, and you have those now. And if you're sensing them, it has a it feels the same way as Lyra feels when she has one of her dreams. It has like a divination. These look like divination tools to you. Feel like divination tools to you.
Thank you.
Is there anything we can imagine in this, which is the house, as a GM?
Yeah. Yes. Because you rolled for knowledge, but yeah, everyone rolled pretty high, or rolled pretty well.
So there is a member of our party that you haven't seen yet, and I would love to see if I can find them something as well. Elizabeth, and I extend my wrist, and I'm trying to look for a vessel for Elizabeth to live in. Is there like their armor? Is there like a little guy? Is there?
Let's make her a little haunted doll.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh God.
Or like a
Do you want a haunted? I'll give you a haunted
or
doll. You want a
full
haunted
suit
doll?
of armor. I don't know.
Do you want a suit of armor? Do you want a haunted doll? Do you want?
Elizabeth, what do you want?
Flexibility.
Love it. Find your ideas that can do both.
I would love if there was, we can split the difference. If there is, this is unnerving. A mannequin.
Yes.
Like, or something that is human-like, but not catchy.
Yeah, I mean, yes. Trying to
Elizabeth,
think of-
what would you like?
Are you imagining this to be something that is like large and humanoid that can, or are you thinking of it like small and like?
I think what I find is a dressing dummy that the witch has. They make their clothes on.
Dressmakers,
a dressmaker's
okay.
dummy.
So something that is like more,
Yes.
like sizable, not something that you can carry around.
Right.
Okay. Absolutely. So there is a dressmaker's form.
But that has legs. Just the torso.
Just rolling.
It's got a little wheel.
Go ahead.
It was almost upholstered, but now it's just that like cage-like mesh
Yes. Oh, I want her. Yes.
that looks almost like netting, like a fishnet, and you feel almost like magnetically drawn with the bracelet as Elizabeth is also drawn to it. As Oleander suddenly zeroes in on that bracelet. Oh, you've been very quiet. And Elizabeth, as soon as your bracelet makes contact with this dressmaker's form, there's that like greenish illumination of the energy that you recognize as her own essence. And the dressmaker's dummy starts to, and then again the silhouette changes just a little bit so that it is that very familiar shape that Elizabeth has presented to you.
Yes.
Lizzie always serves body.
Yeah.
As long as somebody serves her a body.
Better than a corpse. Or
And we'll say it has like jointed, like
like a Barbie.
shoulders, but maybe not arms necessarily.
Oh, okay.
But the shoulders move as though there are arms attached to it.
It's like the old Barbies that you could just go like click, 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 and
Yeah.
it can only go
And it
that
just
far.
stays.
Oh my God, yes.
Oh my God. Core memory unlocked.
Yeah. Same
Bend
with
as
the
much
knees.
as they bend. Yep.
And then the neck kind of moves as if a little jointed as you see her start to. And all of you hear, coming from the form, still in that like quiet, floaty voice. Yes, I think this will be quite comfortable.
It's a lot more space.
Yes. I think I need to learn how to swim now.
Oh.
Yeah, you
we
are
didn't think
traveling with
about that.
pirates.
All right.
We'll get you.
That'll be intriguing.
Just dry you off and make sure you don't rust.
Oh, that's going to be important.
We have the way there, and you know how to get in. I think we should go.
Yeah, it's all very cryptic, but we know where to go.
Yeah.
So when we get there, then maybe it'll be clear.
East.
East. Thank you so much. You are so cool. Can I ask you a real quick question? It's kind of random. I know we're leaving. We're leaving
you're
for
good,
sure.
you're good.
For sure.
I'm wheeling out Elizabeth.
Yeah. So remember, like, I don't know how many years ago it was. There was like the thing that. What happened? Why did Grace run out, Captain Beckett? She ran out so fast, and we didn't even know what conversation was had.
Yeah, what did she come to you for?
Right.
She wanted for someone else to make another choice. And for me to have that power, I needed something from her.
Well, we came to bring back Delilah.
What did you need from her?
Something powerful enough to influence someone else.
What did she did she not have it? Is that why you sent her away?
I sensed she did, but she did not want to trade.
Was it us?
We won't be mad.
Yeah, because, I mean,
We'll be mad for sure, just not at you.
Yeah.
no, if it was us, the answer was no.
Yeah.
And it's more we can than Belladonna would have done.
Absolutely. Clearly.
I don't recall. I don't think so.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time and your assistance.
Yes.
I'll head out.
The parts that you already know here will tell you what you need to know there. And she'll point to the chart in the book.
Okay. Thank you. And then we go.
And as you make your way back to the ship and begin to make sail, you have the book, you have the chart, you have the song.
Yes.
What would you all like to do?
Really quick. I made a big trade for this. Can I please give Lyra the necklace?
Oh gosh, of course.
This is very expensive.
Because it's going to take us a while to get to where we need to go, right? Or we're heading out there. So.
We're heading far out. But yeah. Sooner than later. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I'm like, as we're walking, I guess, back onto the ship.
Sure. Instantly.
I'm like, I'm really sorry to, I'm sorry, really quick. This is for you.
What?
Put it on. Don't ever take it off.
Thank you. Why? What is it? Why? That's beautiful.
Thank
it's
you.
wow. What does this mean?
It's spooky magic.
I love that.
It's a present.
Thank you. Where did you find it?
In the ocean.
In the ocean?
Actually, yes.
That's amazing.
That is true.
Thank you so much.
It is my great pleasure. Don't take it off.
Why?
And then Marlowe's just gonna get out of that situation
Why?
so fast.
What happens if I take it off?
I don't know, but it sounds quite important. I'm sorry, was that a private moment?
No.
Yeah, did we all hear that?
Did the
The
mannequin just
automaton
wheel
that we just
up?
lit.
Yeah.
Is the mannequin on wheels or feet?
I feel like
Wheels are so funny.
wheels are very
Sam.
Oh,
Okay,
Sam.
okay.
I'm just kicking rocks out of the way of their like kind of trajectory. Like,
How about wheels, but also it can move its wheels like this if it wants to.
Oh yeah, do you
the
use
twist in
these
it.
rolls?
Yes.
As you kind of speed away from that situation, I was close enough, I think. I'm just going to like kind of saddle up next to you and just go, you can't lie to her.
I imagine you just like do-si-do hook me.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
not lying. Got it from the ocean.
I think we both know that withholding the truth fits in the same category.
See, here's the thing. I got it from my hot ex is a really bad pitch for wear this, but don't take it off.
It is. And I'm gonna be honest with you. As someone who loves you, you're a walking red flag. I don't think you're gonna scare her off if you're this far.
That one went from thank you to ouch so fast.
But she's come this far.
I love you too, and I'm not worried about her being scared off. I really just want her to keep the necklace on.
Well,
My scope is shockingly limited and surprisingly without ulterior motive.
trust your judgment.
As you're having this conversation in the corner of your eye, I'm on the ship, I'm doing stuff. So you're just seeing me. I am fiddling with the necklace because I don't understand it. You've told me not to take it off, but I'm kind of a child. I'm not taking it off, but I'm just like playing with it.
And for what it's worth, as you board the ship, sorry, we are all piling on. As you board the ship, no part of the ship is enchanted for you. This has not made eye contact with you since early.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Because I'm being secretive?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I deserve that. Did I find out what the necklace does?
No?
For the love of God, can I know? If I roll well enough. Listen, Rowan, idiot. Marlowe, I think more intelligent than me.
Roll. Sure. What are you rolling?
I just want to roll to do what I usually do, which is like sense
Sure.
what kind of
Go for
magic it is.
Go for it.
Oh, nice. 12 out of 50.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Marlowe gave this previous thought. Rowan, no thought had empty.
So after,
I'm like 2 points shy of an incredibly large success.
yeah, so we'll consider this what would be known as a special success in the VRP. So it's inspecting this just in case there's some kind of string attached. You can only trust your ex-husband so far.
Rowan's trust of Kailey, different than Marlowe's trust of Davy Jones.
Sure.
Is it? I will sit also on your knee. Continue.
The sense that you get from this item is that it does feel protective. It feels in equal parts anchor and shield. But I think anchor is actually the wrong word. What it is the opposite. It's a buoy.
Mm-hmm.
It is something that can bring, like, feels as though it is something that can lift a spirit from the depths. And the shield is something, it doesn't feel like the opposite of Jones's power, as though it is a shield from him. But it does feel like the other side of that coin, as though there is something else there that he knows and he is aware of. Somehow was never really something you talked about with him ever. But it is a strong barrier against a powerful force that feels utterly familiar and utterly strange.
Okay, for that, I'm willing to open up some doors and haul some ropes.
Sure. It might be easier if you volunteered just a smidge of transparency. We're in a place where everybody's questioning who they can trust. Don't make yourself one of them.
That's really good advice. And I'm frustrated about it, but I really appreciate you.
Also, she asked, "What does this mean?" And you didn't answer her,
No.
and you just walked away.
That
and you're
wasn't-
gonna have to make up for that.
I
one.
actually wasn't trying to be secretive. I just
No,
genuinely.
I know. Yeah, but you missed it,
Uh-huh.
and you're gonna have to make that
No,
up at
I
some
see
point.
that.
Yeah,
I appreciate you, but don't rub it in.
I don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will help, like, hoist into the boat that is not.
Oh no, the boat's helping you.
Yeah, I'm trying to help Marlowe.
Is this
The boat goes dead the moment you make contact. Like, you can feel the difference. Like, as you walk across the ship, you notice anytime you, like, look over the deck, there was always a little, like, slip of rope by your foot at every other point, just in case. Like, the ship was always looking out for you. And now you are walking on a normal fucking boat that does not regard you.
Having maxed out on my level of panic, just giving her the necklace, I am absolutely unequipped to deal with that right now.
Fair.
And am left opening doors that are so much heavier than I thought they would be.
Full weight of a door?
And
Full weight of door?
it turns out Marlowe's incredibly clumsy. Every stair just like, I think I'm clearing the stair and it's like every time.
You've just been shortening the stairs.
Yeah.
They like lift you up a little bit.
Escalator.
Little springy, like, boop, boop, boop.
And it's not that I'm too stubborn to know that I have to apologize to Dis. It's just that I am so maxed out on emotion and mortification, and I keep tripping.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna like slink into the doctor's quarters.
I'll head up to the wheel and like capstan to pull up the anchor and.
Yeah, I give direction, and I would say like Elizabeth is close by, and we're just kind of like, you know, like I'm like helping them be human-ish, like how we're walking, because they're adjusting to a new body.
Yeah, it's weird.
You've got a very strange crew.
Yeah.
Getting weirder all the time.
Yeah.
Lucy rattles on board, finally like extricated themselves from the net, like
We've got 3 mostly human pirates.
Yeah.
We've got a skeleton. an automaton,
Yes.
and a boat woman.
From a boat.
Your boat.
and a crab.
And crab.
I love our little crew.
And not Peter.
Oh yeah.
Peter's the other he/him. Allowed him.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
I'll reach down for Peter to like come up on
Lucy
deck.
would carry him if
Yeah, like Lucy.
Yeah. I think Peter like wraps around and like all of his legs are like in the ribs, like tangled in there with the
good.
skeleton of Lucy. Having
Best
a
friend.
blast. It's like a jungle gym for Peter.
oh Lucy.
Oh.
So how are you finding a heading? And I also wanted to give you the opportunity, since you're like investigating this pendant, if you also wanted to take a look at.
Yes. Yeah, I think when you see me doing this in the distance, obviously playing with it, I'm figuring out how light is bouncing off of it. I'm figuring out the weight of it, and is it a locket or is it just a necklace?
It's just a like a hammered like gold circlet. It's perfectly round, and which when he gave it to you, it was a little bit more like oval in shape, but as it was fastened around your neck, it's really become much more of a perfect circle, and as you're like staring at it, it looks a lot like the sun somehow, as though it has adjusted to fit your needs.
I like to roll occult.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh wait, no, it's okay. Got so scared. That is a success. 52 under 63.
You start to feel a bit of anxiety, and as it catches the sunrise, it blinds you a little bit, and as you blink away in these after images, and you start to feel a little bit disturbed, as though you feel it. You feel like you're forgetting something, you're missing something, or you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing.
Oh.
There's some guilt, it feels as though
Does this belong to somebody else? Is that what it feels like?
No, it feels like you belong to somebody else.
I don't know. I'm gonna sit with that for a while. Okay.
You are starting to feel some kind of struggle taking place within you, prompted by this object that's been given to you by Marlowe, and you're not exactly sure what it means.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
When I don't know what things mean, I go consult the sea. Because that's what I've always done.
Yep.
So after I give the direction that we're going, so we can set sail, because I want us to be moving well. Yes. I go to like the side, and I'm just kind of like scrying like upon like the water surface with the sun. I'm just like zoned in and just like looking at the depths of the water to see if I can like, I'm searching for meaning within the ocean.
What kind of meaning are you looking for?
Honestly, at this point, I've been very confused for like, I don't know, 2.5 weeks. It's been real bad. So I'm looking for I'm looking for confirmation I'm going the right way as a navigator. That's very important to me. And 2, I'm looking for, honestly, a sense of comfort. Like, are things gonna be okay?
You feel a whisper of that comfort that you seem to be seeking, the kind of like familiarity, that comfort that you've been finding in the ocean.
Great. I'm gonna I have to get close to the ocean. Great. I'm going to kind of climb down a little bit. It's not something I've not done before.
Okay.
So I just kind of climb down some of the rope, and I just like want to like graze my fingers upon the ocean.
Roll another occult for me.
I'm just making things worse for me. It's the last episode, you guys. 10!
Yeah!
Nice.
And by worse, you mean so good, actually.
So good, actually.
Is that a special success?
I think so. My occult is 63.
As you reach out with more than just your hand, there's a moment where the chain around your neck almost feels like it is glowing white hot and tightens a little bit, almost as though it is rising you up out of the ocean as it pulls. And the sea, as you graze it, it's almost as though the current, as the boat starts to go, is pulling you in a different direction. And you are currently being pulled.
Dis, help,
Yes,
help,
yes.
help.
What?
Boat.
Hi, you're on the boat. You're on the boat.
Hey, can you, and I'm like,
You reach the boat.
hello, you've reached.
Hello, you reached the boat.
The boat.
How can I help you?
You starting to
How
feel
can I
like
direct
a
your
white
call?
hot pain like lance like through your like mind, like as though you are actually being ripped in two.
What's going? You seem in distress.
Can you put me on the deck, please? Deck.
Okay. Big yank. Like rip, like want the kind of fling the rope up and over.
Roll for ship.
Yeah. 37 under 84.
You got it. There's that last moment of like white hot flash of pain, and then you are on the deck and able to like catch your breath.
Like up into a
gone.
sail, slide down into a standing position.
On top of game, am I dating the ocean? Because that's
Above deck.
above deck. Am I dating the sea?
I'm in love with the moon.
That's yeah, this is gonna immediately come over. What? Are you okay?
I don't know how to process this information.
What information?
This beautiful necklace that Marlowe so gifted me. I love it. But the ocean. There was a reaction that happened.
Are you allergic?
To the ocean or to the
Metal?
no? No, I don't.
It might have nickel in it.
Ooh, I am absolutely allergic to nickel. No, it's gold. It's gold. It's gold. It's real. It's real. No, there's this push and pull between. It felt like I was being ripped in half. Do you remember when you ripped yourself apart?
Yeah.
That's what I am.
Oh, that's very bad. Don't do that.
It felt like it was happening to me.
Oh. Well, you're friends with the ocean.
Yeah.
Because you talk to it all the time and throw stuff in it. Are you doing that because you like it? It seems like you like it. You put stuff in it.
The ocean is
One time
great.
you put flowers in it.
I did. The ocean it is bigger than all of us, right? The ocean is
Objectively.
life. It's where life comes from. It's where the water that made the tree that made you.
That's a lot to process. I'll come back to it.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna log that as a yes,
Mm-hmm.
and then come back to that part later. Okay. The ocean is very big and makes all of life, and the necklace was the other half?
The necklace is like, I don't know.
Marlowe gave it to you.
So it's very special.
And Marlowe doesn't like to touch the ocean.
Right, because of their past.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think you notice that, like,
Yeah.
this is getting so flat the longer we sit on that second half. I love you so much. Like, let me be very clear. I love you.
Piper's like, it's because Marlowe can't swim.
Marlowe can swim! Marlowe shouldn't swim.
I fully have my headcanon that for years I have just been telling people you can't swim and that's why you won't go everywhere we go.
Lots of pirates, refuse to learn how to swim because they think if you know how to swim, it means you're gonna
That's
sink.
male superstitious bullshit. I can swim. I get the joke, though. It's very good.
So Marlowe gave you the necklace, but it's a magic necklace, and the necklace represents Marlowe, and Marlowe doesn't like the ocean. The part of you that likes the ocean and the part of you that likes Marlowe are not working well together.
No.
What does the necklace do?
I don't know. Marlowe didn't tell me. She just told me to wear it. And I trust her with my whole heart.
You can trust someone and also have expectations of them. I love all of you and trust all of you, and I do expect you to take care of me.
Of course.
I can't do it all myself.
No. And you shouldn't be expected to.
Be at least as gracious to yourself as you are with the boat. You're your own boat. Everyone's a boat.
I'm gonna go talk to Marlowe. I think she might know.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
I love you.
I love you. I'm just gonna go down.
Did Dis just invent therapy?
You keep saying that there's no therapy on the ship. I think there might be.
Yeah, I think we've all individually given ourselves therapy or giving others therapy at some point, and I love that for us.
I like to think that over the course of these last few weeks, I've done more things that would send someone to therapy.
Strive for
Why
that.
not both? It's about balance.
Yeah. I hope to find you.
Okay. So in her room, Marlowe is doing a shower fight, but like where you did a situation wrong, and then you were are pretending you can do it over like in the shower, but she's just pacing back and forth in the room, like saying what should have happened, and then imagining it was right, but being increasingly frustrated.
So let me be very clear. You're saying this out loud.
Yep.
Cool. I'm sure can I roll to hear stuff?
I bet the locks on my doors don't work. I bet they're the thinnest they've ever
whatever
been.
you do to the door, you're gonna do. But like maybe a series of windows are open that are just kind of piping sound in your direction.
Just piping sound.
I would make a little wind tunnel and be like,
It's like the science museums where like you talk on one side.
yeah, 100%.
Okay.
What are you saying?
So it's Here, I got this for you. I actually did have to trade the rest of what is maybe my soul or my being back to my ex, but it's okay because this necklace is gonna protect you and help you. And I think that that's gonna be really beneficial for when I'm not here. Damn it! Okay. Here, I got this for you. It's like a protective word. No big deal. It does magic. I know you like magic.
You run out of hot water. You said
There are now canonically hot water running showers on this boat. That just happened.
Yeah, I know. The moment you said shower thing, I was like, I have showers.
You showers. You're so fancy.
Okay. So it was just metaphorically the shower thing, but now
Oh,
I'm in the
but
shower.
Now it's a
No,
shower.
we definitely figured out how to make showers.
Wait a minute.
Now you're in the
Now I'm
shower.
in the shower.
Oh.
That it has hot water. Detangling my hair. Fighting with myself.
Yeah.
About you.
That's so
happening
real.
now.
Relatable. And hot.
Damn it.
Their hot water ran out, so it's only cold
Just right
water.
now.
Ice cold water.
I deserve this. Also, it's gonna make my hair really shiny. Yeah.
Can we talk?
Come on in.
Door unlocks.
Marlowe's doing the face up against a wall where you're just so upset that you exist. Baby, put yourself in the corner.
Just resting your nose on the wall.
Full anime, just mush.
Yeah. Stop time out.
In the shower, I guess.
So I mean,
Out, face in the corner. Cold water.
do you? There's curtain. You good? Is sure if this is not the right time? I can go.
No, it's fine.
All right. Hand you a towel through.
Grabs it away so fast, but not on purpose. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry. Turn off the water.
I operate.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Yeah, I turn off the water. We're toweling up. Again, the curtain is gonna go aside so fast. Hi.
Hey.
I'm so sorry.
You're really stressed.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I was coming to ask you about this necklace, and then you were having a conversation with no one.
No, I was having a conversation with you about the necklace, which would be funny if I had done it right the first time. I'm so sorry. I meant to tell you about the necklace.
Your soul,
panicked.
though? Can we talk about that a little bit? Because that makes me very concerned.
So you may have noticed I have skeleton hands.
Which is, honestly, and I don't want to be this person, but it was the first thing I noticed about you. And it was super cool.
People used to notice my hair first, but that's fine.
No, your hair is beautiful.
Thank you.
But I'm sorry.
I just footseed Surena.
It was in-game, yes.
Right, so 1,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. 2, I meant to explain the necklace. I panicked because I want to give it to you and I want it to go well, which meant it distinctly went badly. But that has nothing to do with my Okay, so a long time ago.
Ooh, okay.
A long time ago, when you're telling stories to Dis and Dis is like, how long ago? And you're like, I don't know, in the indeterminate a long time ago. Yeah, okay, so
But those are fake stories. That's
Right.
why I don't know when they existed.
This is a real story. So I was an assassin, great. I killed a bunch of people, great. Cool. Made friends with Davy Jones, killed more people. Honestly, to see Davy Jones again, they were bad people, bad men. And then I married Davy Jones, and That was fine in a distinctly bad way. Turns out shouldn't have married a man, specifically not that man. So then to get out of the marriage and the vows, I had to leave my heart with him. But so I lost the magic that I had grown somewhat accustomed to. And I did come back to Earth with a very limited amount of time and not as much access to my power. And I would like to do some good while I'm here. Not good for other people. I don't care about other people. Specifically good for you. So I called him and he came back and I had to get on my knees. That was weird. And I made a deal and I got you this necklace because I thought that it would help.
Oh, that was a lot. I'm sitting with so much question. I have a lot of follow-up questions. Is that fine?
Yeah, please.
One, are you divorced?
Yes, distinctly divorced.
Okay.
Oh, and I got my heart back.
Congratulations. That's good.
It's
right?
exhausting.
Being alive is a lot, right?
It's awful.
Yeah, but you're alive now. But you were alive before.
The
Wait, what does a
skeleton
heart
hands would
do?
suggest otherwise. This is so much not the point.
Sorry,
I am not the
got
point.
lost
You
in
are
the
the point.
sauce.
You are the point of this. I got this necklace because I thought that it would protect you because you're having trouble with the depth of the ocean, and it is a ward that he made. And despite the fact that he's a distinctly untrustworthy, really hot man, he was right about this. It is a good ward.
I'm
so sorry.
Truly blue screening right now.
What's that?
That's when
He's
you
blue-seeing.
paint. It's when you're painting and you could only paint the color blue. It's like you get stuck. You know what I mean?
Period. Yeah.
Sure.
Actually, for you, it'd make a lot of sense because if you are trying to plot a like blank naval chart that's just blue ocean and you don't know where all the
Yes.
the
Oh, that's
landmarks are,
great.
you actually could blue screen.
Uh-huh.
I'm a nerd.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oops. Anyway, this is important.
What? I guess. Okay. I'm just gonna figure out where I'm just feeling a lot of things. My biggest thing is why. Marlowe, why would you make a deal like that for me? That doesn't make any sense. You said you don't have a lot of time left. I don't know if this, and living is exhausting.
Truly.
Why would you make this type of deal?
I don't have a lot of time left to do good living, and I would like to live well with you. That would have been so much more impactful if I'd said it to you when I gave you the necklace and not when my hair was dripping and I'm standing here in a towel.
And you grab your hand. You're doing this really fun thing where you keep spiraling. And it's interesting to me because you're so calm a lot of the time, and I don't know if I've ever seen you this doubting yourself. And it's usually me,
Right.
Who's this? So I understand how you feel, and what you did for me when you went down there with me into the depths and into the deep, that meant more to me than anything I've ever experienced in this entire world. And if you felt you had to make a deal because you wanted to spend more time, the limited time you have, which we can revisit later because that doesn't sit well with me.
We don't have to.
I want to spend my time with you. And I put my hand on this necklace, and I don't know how usually when I tap into like the occult and arcane parts of my brain, it's kind of like not in my control. It's just something that happens. Mm-hmm. But I'm touching the necklace, and my fingers kind of trace the symbols on the cover of the grimoire.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying my hardest to tap into whatever that is, because I want to cast my first spell if I can.
What would you like to do?
Ooh.
As I am tracing the sigils, my vision gets blurry. And I sort of like become, removed from myself. Like, so I'm talking, but it's very like dreamy and like almost not there. And I want to say, like, you gave me a part of you. You gave me yourself for time spent. Time is the most limited thing we have. And I would like to cast Chain of Being.
Okay. Remind me,
Tell me what it does.
What does it do?
Yeah, what does it does? Okay, so
I know what it does, but I want them to know what it does.
Yeah.
Them to know what it does.
Chain of Being, because if our power is our time, our life, I am giving Marlowe my time, my life. I am giving her access to all of my power points.
And this is a leveled spell.
I'll
Correct.
be using 4 power points for this. It is a very high spell.
What does it look like
Um,
when you're tracing these runes? You got a hand on the necklace.
Okay. All right. So, hand on the necklace and like kind of like looking at you. It's again very disjointed and like not focused. Like I'm somewhere else in my brain. I pull a hand out and I throw us back and we splash down into the water that is of my brain.
Ooh, brain water.
Brain water. And so but it's not the same dark, scary water. It's not like we're being pulled into like the void. It is like the ocean at its most colorful. It is like the reef, and there's like life in there, and we're not alone.
And as you grasp Marlowe's hand,
We have to keep grabbing it.
Marlowe, you feel that physical sensation, and then you have this moment as like your eyes roll back in your head and you feel psychically as though you are expanding. It's like projection, but there's no force. It's more like freedom. It's more like buoyancy, as though you are floating. And you find yourself in this technicolor, crystal clear, warm, bright sea. You've never seen the ocean this way. And you have, but there was always a shadow to it. The unknown, the parts of the ocean that drew you before, that unknowable darkness. It's not here. There's something else here, and it feels very you. And a delicate gold chain draws itself in the water, swimming sea serpent-like around you, and then circles Marlowe and makes one loop and then another as it moves and begins to blur, as though a school of fish is surrounding all of you, and it illuminates in this bright flash of gold, Marlowe, as you feel a great weight lifted.
I look at you with clear eyes. I'm here. And I say, my life is your life. My heart is your heart. You have my time.
I love you.
I love you. And we smooch.
Did we just have a magical girl montage?
We did.
I think they got married.
And so now you have access to the same pool of power points, -4.
-4.
Incredible.
And you both come back to this moment. Hilariously, Marlowe's still in a towel. In this room. The journey is underway. Is there anything you'd like to do as you come back to each other in this space?
Let me recall how to human, which I was barely doing before. I think immediately after coming back, despite myself, I'd be very concerned about your hands with my skeleton hands. Like the impulse would not, before thought, it would just be like, oh, my hands are skeletons and now your hands are also skeletons. I'm so sorry. And like before even fully realizing. So then there's that like, oh wait, I didn't mean to do.
And as you become aware of your hands, as both of you let go and then reach for each other again, you notice that your left hands, the tips of your bony fingertips, are gilt. They have, as though they have been dipped in gold.
My dreams.
Don't let your pinky dreams be dreams.
Up top.
Let your dreams be
I am spare on words because this feels much more important than language will allow. Let's get to work. I would like for you not to be worried or stressed, and I would like to help.
Same. We know where we're going. We have a little time before we get there. We have a lot more time before we get there. Let's go see what the others are up to, huh? Yeah?
I'm gonna get dressed.
Yeah, you should. Oh, and it was so swept up and I'm gonna give you your privacy now.
You don't have to.
Come on,
Lock.
Casita, close it.
And then we door locked.
Did you come through for me?
Not for you.
For her? Here's the thing, I'm for her, so...
There was a little moment where you like looked towards the door and there was like, oop.
And what are you doing? What's the second half of this crew up to at this very moment?
Now, it's bold to say that it's half. We do have 3 other members of the crew.
true.
Kind of 4.
Wait, an octopus, a hermit crab, a skeleton, a ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. You have
Octopus,
doubled this
hermit
crew.
crab, skeleton, ghost. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when we are like on course in the correct direction, because I don't navigate, so like if we've gone off course, I wouldn't know it anyways. So I've left Crab, the hermit crab, just like holding the wheel in place, making sure that we stay on course for where we were set up to go. And then depending on where you are, a lot of the time if we are just moving, I'll find myself like sitting on the front of the very front of the boat, kind of feet dangling.
Yeah.
Just like hanging out. I like to see things from that like view that you have.
Yeah.
Off
The
to the front of
Titanic
the boat.
place.
Yeah. Yep.
And instead of being the like mast, I'm just kind of like holding it from the bottom side. So you're just sort of dangling. I'm like, such good. What you think about?
Hey, do you know who the witch was like talking about when she said that you know where she is?
When she said I knew where someone was?
Yeah, she said that I could know and
Right.
that you also knew.
I remember that moment. And I'm not entirely sure what she means, but I'm so happy to explore it and find out. Because I love when I know things.
I don't know. I mean, she said a lot of weird stuff.
Have you told me, like, the sort of lore around your locket?
So usually she referred to her locket as, just having a picture of the only woman she ever loved.
Oh!
And she never
Incredible.
said who it was because
Sure.
she had this, like, I'm a player, I don't fall in love.
Love that.
It's the only woman I ever loved.
Okay. I'm a boat, so this feels like it still holds.
Well, not anymore.
Aww.
She doesn't say that anymore. But you've definitely, I would say, especially because of how much time she's sat just like talking while
Yeah.
doing things, I think you know most of it. I think that you see everything too. You literally surveil everything. You know what's in the locket.
Well, it was just, if you said anything, I know a lot of
She
secrets.
absolutely said all the stuff of like the stories from her dad about her mother, because her father always was like, yeah, your mom was a siren, and she was so cool, and just told me these like cool guy stories about how he
Yeah.
bagged a siren, but that was the extent of it.
It's like a really weird move.
It is he
Yeah.
was a real weird guy.
Is still around.
And he would use it as these like bragging rights, and it was like part of almost his like notoriety as a pirate
Yeah,
as
for
well.
sure.
Is like the siren of it all. So with that, she's definitely repeated some of the like stories of it, but not in the sense that she like truly believed it. It's like a kid at school being like, yeah, well, my dad could kick your dad's ass.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
he has a really cool job.
So, how are you dealing with the idea that your mom is definitely a siren then?
I mean, that's if we believe a witch.
If a witch is real, I'm going to go ahead and say that a ghost can be a mannequin, a crab can sail a ship, an octopus can be inside a skeleton that's also moving around.
And my dad can strike way out of his league.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well,
Can you do siren things? What do sirens? Oh, sirens make ships crash. I can find her. It will hurt.
I do see the problem there.
Mhm.
I do see the problem there. I don't think I do any siren things. I don't know. But, I don't know. I guess I was just curious.
Did you make me fall in love with you because you're a siren?
So dramatic.
So dramatic. I even like swoon like this, but my body is attached to the mat, so I can't fall into the water.
So you're just like this.
Yeah, just like
The room goes.
yeah.
So you hear Elizabeth go. Oh!
Yeah. Oops, sorry.
She does kind of look at you, and for truly and genuinely the first time ever, she flashes her eyes a little bit and turns them off immediately. And it's like, again, the effect of like looking up towards the sun a little bit. And it's definitely a habit she's adopted to make it look like it's not coming from her.
Oh, that's fun. You can do stuff.
But never do you.
Yeah, I'm a boat. I choose who I love. So we gotta find your mom?
I mean, if we happen to cross paths. Like if we end up in the neighborhood.
We're going to the part. We're going to the part of the map where there's monsters. I'm sure we'll pass your mom on the way.
Did you just call my mom a monster?
Yeah, like in a nice way. She's kind of a boat killer. So like scary, but like hot scary.
Fair. Hello, Mom. Nice to meet you. This is my wife, Boat.
And then I just crash into her.
when you come back up, that's it. We're
Yeah.
just laughing about hitting my mom with a boat.
Yeah.
Or my mom making my girlfriend crash. /wife /show.
I think the genuine laughter of it can be heard in like the creak of the boat, like the sway of the sails and rope and rigging. Like the boat is laughing. Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
Better.
Good talk? Conversation. I was gonna say.
You said what you said.
That wasn't on purpose.
You ever have a moment where you're like, I would say good conversation, but I don't think the boat would say that big a word. And then you stop in the middle of a word and you just yell good cock in an all-lady boat. So, I mean, that could still be a thing, but not as far as I know, not the case here. So, we're doing great. We're doing great. We're doing great. I fall off the ship. It sinks in the bottom of the ocean.
You just like walk along the bottom
Yeah,
for a
I
while.
gotta walk this off.
Good talk. Good talk. Good talk.
You seem lighter. Oh, you're here.
Oh, come on.
What?
I'm sorry
For what?
for not being more forthcoming with information about myself, so you feel that you can't trust me, rightfully so, because I'm being secretive. And I think it's for the best, but it's clearly not, and I should have
That's
put
what
myself on the
captains
line for
do.
you. I'm so sorry.
No, that's what captains are. They decide what they think is best, and they hide information from their crew. The people who have sworn to defend and protect them and serve their interests. And I just want you to know that I would sooner scuttle myself and drag you back to the bottom of the ocean with your ex-husband than let you hurt the rest of the crew with your secrets. I have too often had my kindness mistaken for weakness. I know how dangerous you are. I am the ship I remember. The nights when you quietly cleaned blood off of the deck, when you did what you thought you needed to do.
Thank you. I would sooner have you keel haul me if you thought that I was going to hurt the crew.
Both of you take a gem.
I don't understand.
I am sorry. You deserve better than what I gave you.
Okay. I'm gonna walk over and hug you immediately.
Dis recovered so fast and is being so generous, and Marlowe is like shaking.
Oh, no.
Like,
Which feels like this is a normal experience for you, actually, though, because Dis is originally the only person that you would apologize to, and it takes so much for you to apologize. This is such a familiar experience for you two to watch Marlowe have to, and then it's like, all right,
Yay!
It feels so familiar in this like period of time where everything is changing. It's comforting.
When I hug you, do I feel your heartbeat? I think I just hug you a little tighter, and not the voice that comes out of Dis, but the voice of the boat that's sort of everywhere, just very gently in your ear. It says, congratulations. I'll let you go. Sorry I cut the water. That was mean.
it was deserved. Also, my hair is very shiny.
It's so shiny.
So I might ask you to do that again.
Only if you want.
Thank you. But also, I do need help with the stairs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we learned we were coming up, and I was like, "Girl, you good?"
I've been springy for a while because you're my girl. But you gotta pick up your feet.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Canonically takes tiny steps.
And you
She's
know
a
what?
quiet,
I've
quiet steps.
She wears Doc Martens and they're heavy.
And you know what? In the spirit of openness, I've been keeping a secret from all of you.
You've been keeping a secret?
The crab's name is Reginald.
Reginald!
I wanted to have a secret too.
Oh.
Oh, well, you can. That's okay. You can have other secrets.
No.
Well, you could.
No. Sorry, Reggie.
Sorry, Reggie.
Yeah, I guess sorry we've all been calling you Crab.
Yeah.
You're not even a crab.
He's
He's a hermit crab.
He's a hermit crab.
Kind of a different thing. A crab is like a one specific. Like,
Sorry,
it's a crab.
say what he is again?
A hermit crab.
Okay, so
It's different. If you say crab, you're picturing something specific. I know that you are.
I'm picturing our boy.
Yes, our
Hermit
boy.
crab is different because you don't eat a hermit crab. You eat a regular crab.
Thank you.
I
Yeah,
just love the idea that we're having this debate for real on like
We're spending our time.
And
That's absolutely it.
the-
I'm saying when I'm picturing a crab, I'm picturing a sandwich-shaped
Yeah.
kind, and not like a little.
Shellboy.
Who cooks on this ship? Genuine question, because it's not me.
I don't eat, so I've never worried about it.
Sure. Yeah.
And for the record, Reginald says he's a crab-shaped construct, so the distinction is not as important as you think it is.
Oh.
I got you, buddy.
Yeah, because he's kind of made out of sand, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
I'm gonna roll for navigation just for funsies right now.
Yeah, are you investigating that chart a little bit more?
Yeah. Oh, okay. I love that I just gave some of my life force because I kind of want to use 2 points of it. No, it's fine. It's not a success. It's
Wait, what did you roll?
78.
Out of 80?
Oh God, I'm dyscalculia. I don't know numbers. You guys.
No, you're
Good.
Hi, it's me, your girl.
good. You're perfect.
all the time.
I was literally only looking because it me. Also me.
So I succeed.
While navigating,
Yes.
I'd also like to just kind of like scope out the waters and see if it's like changing. See if we're getting into an area that looks more like dangerous, or like if there are clear signs of danger, like the sky is turning a yellow and a gray, and like the water
that
looks
obvious?
mad.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, so spot check, navigation appraise, general
Let's
looking
do
around
the
and
spot
sailing.
check, and I've got a 25,
Okay,
43.
great. So with a 78 under 80, I'll say this: as you are looking at this chart and looking at your surroundings, taking a closer look at the naval chart that you recovered from the Starling. You're paying a little bit closer attention now, past the runes, to the actual landmarks and geography of this map itself. And you're noticing that as the runes and the symbols are following what look to be a cluster of islands or mountains or something, that the circle, the shape of these runes are following like land masses. They look small-ish, like they're not like continents by any means, but it does look as though the place that you are heading to, it does look like a place that you can land. And this, as you are getting like more and more familiar with the symbols, they are all making like very distinctive shapes that are just out of like, it feels like you've almost got it, and it looks familiar, especially like with the song in your head. You've almost got it, and you know you're headed in the right direction. You're just not fully certain what awaits you when you get there.
Right. So it's like I know we're going in the right direction, but it's kind of like it's like in this general area.
You know you're landing on one of these islands.
Okay. And then I might know when we get closer.
You might know when you get closer, and you also have that image in your mind of that volcanic black sand. And you are educated enough to know that connecting black sand with a chain of islands, you know that you are likely going to a place that
Has a volcano.
at some point is or was a volcano or multiple volcanoes.
Yes.
And that is what you know now. As you're actually just like, you're reading it as a navigator and not just as like an occultist. Because it's easy to get lost in the runes and the symbols and the spell work.
Yes.
But you have a clarity that you haven't had for a long time, and you are actually able to think a little bit more as a scientist again.
Yeah.
And you know where you're going.
Great. And I communicate that and help us navigate the way there.
Excellent.
Yay.
You now know to look out for potentially the volcanic activity in addition to other dangers. You can tell that the waters are getting darker and deeper. The air has an even more biting chill. Like frost begins to like rime the rigging and the edge of the sails. You're not sure exactly what it is that you are seeing at first. There's more like jagged rocky outcroppings popping up, and you do see your first like large, almost like frozen ice flow that Dis is going to need to navigate around.
I'm gonna hit it.
What?
Nah, just kidding. That'd be funny though.
That's a funny joke.
Thank
yeah.
you. I think he's so
I know
good
you
at
wouldn't.
jokes.
I know you wouldn't hit
It's so
it.
cold.
So while we're on our way, for me, can we just outline the things we're looking for or we think that we might encounter that could be dangerous?
Monsters.
So
Great.
many. Yeah.
Soulless.
Soulless.
Okay.
You're like Davy Jones. I don't know. 'cause-
Yeah, your ex. Your other ex.
Oh, your other ex.
Anyone you've
sorry,
ever
Belladonna?
dated.
Yeah.
We think she's gonna show up?
I mean, I don't think she is, but it's not off the table.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
These are all the
she's
hazards.
mad, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you kiss the other captains?
Grace?
Mm-hmm.
I want everyone to kiss the other captain.
I haven't.
What?
want
Oh,
to?
come on.
Other captains?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Well.
See, she was casual about it. What?
You didn't kiss the. Never mind.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
You and Grace? I'm sorry, I'm really confused. You mean, do we all smooch Grace?
Yeah.
Did you
Yes.
smooch Grace?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I was so confused. It was like hard
Yeah.
to follow. Yeah.
Anyways.
Okay.
Okay. So continuing with the list.
So she doesn't count as one of my or our 7 evil exes.
No.
Because it
no.
wasn't like that.
Right.
No,
different.
it wasn't. Like,
The King's Guard.
King's Guard, because it's always a danger.
That's
when
a
you're
hit.
yeah.
Yeah.
And also they knew about, I found the chart
Yeah.
in on a naval ship. So they had to know about it.
Yeah.
Are we concerned about sirens?
So yeah, my mom or my dad, not both sirens, but
Sirens
both
are real?
potentially concerning to run into.
Cool.
I'm
On her mother's side. It passes matrilinear.
Do the hot girl eyes.
I shouldn't.
Good.
Do I have to use PowerPoints to flash them? That's what I said.
Not if you just want a visual effect and not a mechanical
Yeah.
effect.
I
Visual
very much
effect.
specifically don't want a mechanical effect.
Yeah.
But I will like wink and like flash the eyes. And all it does is like illuminate them in like a weird entrancing way, but doesn't have any effect on you at the moment.
It's kind of like the inside of an abalone shell where it catches the light, you know, that really specific, like scintillating effect.
That's cool. I was gonna say like the dog from the Goosebumps intro.
Stop.
I love
You have to stop.
Perfect.
And that's why I'm here.
Like that. It's
Yeah.
It's like that. Aabria said I could have a gem. I didn't get any. fine.
So, Captain Daddy, are we concerned that Daddy Price is going to make an appearance? Is that what I just heard?
If we're just listing everybody.
Yeah, we're listing all the hazards.
Well,
Do we
every
have a
hazard.
reason to believe that he would be here?
We don't have a reason to believe he wouldn't be here.
Okay.
Also, there is the lady who's slumbering under or in
Oh yeah, what's
the
up with that?
sea.
Yeah, so who's the lady?
Can we talk about that?
Can I roll for lady?
Sure.
Sorry, that sounded antagonistic.
Yeah, I
just
was like, what?
I just feel like you might know.
I'm gonna roll for.
Never heard of a lady.
I have never heard of a lady. I'm on the manest ship. I understand what a lady is. The 99.
99.
Just a bunch of dudes. You're all dudes now.
Because you just don't know what the word lady
Yeah,
means.
lady is gone from my vocabulary. Boy boat.
Boy,
It's my favorite vocal warm-up.
Boy boat. Boy boat. Boy boat.
Gender's still a really like loose understanding for you. It's just like,
Same.
That's because the only people around to teach Diz are us.
Yep. Hey.
lady. Maybe it's Elizabeth. That looks kind of like a lady.
That's a lady shape.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay.
So,
Not wrong.
Sorry. No, it's
We're
fine.
doing so good.
We're doing so good, and I have the giggles. And
You're welcome. What?
I recite the poem, this poem that we have.
Nice.
Okay. Right. And it's the lady who's sleeping. Sleep on. My lady sleep on.
Right.
Bad stuff happens when she wakes up.
And so
What if the volcano is the lady?
that is so logical. It makes sense.
She was also referring to the ocean like a lady.
So
Everything is ladies and everything is a ship.
All
My
ships are
paradigm-
back on the table.
and also all ships are ladies.
Well, there you go. If everything's a ship, then therefore everything's a lady.
Yeah, if all
Boat's a lady,
ships
ocean's
are
a
ladies,
lady.
does that mean all ladies are ships?
I made
Okay.
a logic puzzle.
So the poem says something about the ocean, and then come my lady, come
my lady.
Stop it! Undo it! What's the next part?
Okay, the waters rise when she opens her eyes. The snake eats its tail the day she prevails.
sounds not good.
Like an Ouroboros. Did I ever see the map that you had with the near snake eating its tail?
it's the one that she's been using to navigate to where you're going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You actually can see
Hey,
it.
it's like that. The thing on your thing that doesn't quite bite.
Yeah.
What would cause it? What would make it look like it's biting potentially? Or is it like something that fills in on that part of the map?
Is
Is it like a sundial potentially?
like a codex type of thing, like where it does some. So on the map, is it like indicating a space, like where the tail and like the mouth meet?
So the chain of islands has a distinctive gap in the middle of like between where you would see like the mouth and the tail.
That's the island.
So if the volcano connects those two parts of island, it's probably going to be a bad day.
And that's where it would rise from.
Yeah.
Okay.
So good at songs.
Smart.
We
Makes
are
sense that
I'm
the
a
ship really
siren.
knows how shanties work.
Yo, it's all y'all sing.
Yeah.
I've been asking for any other kind of music for
Yeah,
so
you
long.
have
You're like,
to just
what
sit
about
and
another
bear it.
another sea shanty? And I'm like, stop singing work songs. Sing a play song for once.
But there is something in the water. I mean, I just thought it was the ocean and all of its wonder and beauty, but there's something else.
There's krakens in the water. There's a man who dwells at the bottom of the water with souls. There's mermaids and sirens.
There's something that was pulling me, and I felt
Sorry?
like I was theirs and they were mine, but I was wearing your necklace, and that was pulling me in a different way.
Is it like
sorry.
the ocean tried to take you and the necklace prevented it?
Maybe.
Oh, that makes sense. But it was like, ouch. She was like, no.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. That's why I went to go find you.
Oh, thank you. Sorry.
It's okay. but the Oleander. Great.
Oleander.
Thank you. Oleander. I'm saying it with a D and without a D because it hurts my brain. They said that there's great power at the bottom of the ocean. And that's where I go when I dream.
Oh, like when all the water comes out?
It's only happened a few times, but yeah.
There are volcanoes at the bottom of the sea.
Do you think that if when we're sailing to the island, that's how we meet her? Oleander said that I would know what to do when I got there. And I know what to do.
Which is?
Dive.
Just you or everybody?
To the bottom of the ocean?
Kind of.
Okay. That's pretty far.
Kind of.
Objectively pretty far. The bottom of the ocean.
It depends on the ocean.
Here's the thing, you are so right, but also it is really far.
My thought is, could we like metaphorically, like could you like visit there without like visiting there?
Oh, that's what I meant this whole time.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. I meant like diving into a different ocean. The ocean that I see in my dreams ocean.
It's the word dive.
Sorry.
Which like appropriate, but also
Sure.
Yeah. Physically, I'm not a strong swimmer. But I also feel like, I don't know if
at least you can swim.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. You can swim.
I can swim.
Oh yeah.
I can swim.
Okay.
My ex lives in the ocean. I will get pulled down to the bottom.
Oh.
The literal bottom, not the metaphorical
Getting
bottom.
pulled down to the bottom isn't swimming.
I can't
Opposite. Getting pulled to the bottom of the ocean is literally what happens when you cannot
You
swim.
would still be capable of swimming even if I tried to drown you, which I might if you don't stop telling people that I can't swim.
I know you're
Not if
having
you
a
did
very
it well.
fun moment, but I've learned a new brand of protectiveness that does not enjoy that kind of joke.
I'm sorry, it's a joke.
No, I understand.
But also, stop telling people I can't swim.
For what it's worth, I can't swim. Do you remember when we were, and then I just dropped to the bottom and there was boats? Oh, there's boats down there.
I do remember that, and I promised you I wouldn't say a thing about
I
that.
appreciate
I'm
it.
thinking it though.
Yeah, that's fine. I can feel your thoughts.
Okay, so let's not ignore the rest of the song, which is The Guardians Stand, Bones in Black Sand.
Oh yeah, that's my nightmare. My actual nightmare. About there's so I don't tell
Y'all
you
are
things.
troubled.
I don't tell you things because I don't know if they're real, and also I don't want to worry anybody. But I also don't know if they're real.
Okay, you have to get mad at her for withholding too.
Don't be mad.
I'm a little mad.
Why?
I wish you would just tell us and then we could all, like, either you
But
get 100% of worry or you say it and then we all 8 of us get 12.5% of worry.
Okay, then you can't be mad if I do a thing where we can't eat fish.
Okay.
Everyone's so mad about it.
Everyone's
so mad
I thought that
about
was very funny.
Okay.
You weren't mad.
You were a little
No, some people were very
mad. You're so mad. Mad is a strong word.
Okay.
She was hangry.
If it means I was a little hangry, that's fair.
I'll tell you everything though. Just in case. Just in case we need it. Okay.
Yeah.
So imagine if you will, you were on a beach with a very tumultuous tide, going in and out. You step your feet upon the black sand, and as you get both feet planted on the sand, you get pulled in. And there's bones in the sand, body bones. We love bones. But
Is this a riddle? It's teeth.
the teeth of your mouth. Wait, no, that's right.
Yeah,
that's
no,
bones.
you got it. No,
Sorry,
you did exactly.
sorry,
You
that's
got
not
exactly
that
what it
was.
was. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Anywho,
Together.
but yeah, it's this reoccurring dream I have. I'm on the sand. I'm sinking through this black sand, and everything is heavy, and my lungs are being filled with both sand and water and sludge. And sometimes when I come out of my vision, parts of the vision comes out with me, so I know it's real. And so if I'm going to be honest and say all the things that I mean, I am actually very terrified that we're going to this island because I feel kind of in my heart that's where I go to die.
Oh,
We're not
good
gonna let
say.
you die.
That's why we're saying things out loud.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier for us to keep you alive when you tell us
For
what
sure.
to watch out for. So keep it up. You're doing great.
Great, cool.
Okay.
Blood of the Beast on the gate to the east.
Which is where we're heading.
Could be lava, could be literal blood.
Blood of the beast.
If the beast is the snake, then it could be lava.
Could be lava.
If it's any other beast, we can kill it. We kill lots of stuff.
Yeah. Declare a side. That's what Oleander told me to do.
To turn the tide.
That one sounds like that's a bridge we can burn when we get to it.
I
Yeah.
agree with that. It is strange, though. I don't know.
Wield wonder in the wake of woe, as above, so below.
Yeah.
Sorry, what's strange? It's just this idea of these, like, I guess, I don't know, it's a common pirate problem of, like, the song was kind of written for people like us. And it feels like Grace has taken some allegiance to something else or has been trying to build an allegiance with something bigger.
And I do think that there is the surface and then there's the deep. Two worlds, very different, full of wonder in its own right.
Yeah.
Not sure what that was.
So Mike.
I would just have to retape it. We'll do it later. I'm gonna do a big arm wave so I can find this to edit it later.
I, for one, would like to stay on the surface.
Same.
I'm actually pretty good with above or below.
I'm actually, I mean, we don't know what's below.
Take a gem. Thank you. I love that. Also, we kind of do know what's below.
But I never go all the way through. What's at the bottom?
Find out. If you want to go to the mind ocean,
There might be something.
and I can
deeper
go
than
to
that.
the bottom of this ocean.
I don't want you to go to the bottom of this ocean.
Why?
Because there's
Half of the boats I've been have come from there or gone there.
That's funny.
but there's like
More than half.
there's monsters. We don't know what's down there.
The locker is one of the things down there.
That's one thing that we know that's down there, and we don't know most things. There could be a single creature big enough to consume your entire hull.
Oh wait, that's two. We do know two things are down there.
What's the second thing?
No, we do know that lives down there.
The Kraken?
Yeah, there's a Kraken.
That's real.
Oh
man.
I call him Jim.
Jim.
I call him Ginormous, but Jim felt like a good.
Jim Norman.
I know, it's
So-
not a one-to-one.
That's like two that we know out of like, I don't know, a billion?
I have felt more threat from half of the people that we meet than anything under the water.
Take it to Bloom.
Oh, can't relate. But I respect it.
Thank you.
Terrifying.
No.
Take a gem.
People
Welcome.
are terrifying. The choices you make when you have the ability to make choices are terrifying.
Both can be true.
I feel like we know what, to your point, we know what's up here, right? And if there's an entire world of things that are marvelous and magical, sirens, things that can bring an amazing ship to life. Yes, bad people, but there's bad people up here.
Yeah.
I just don't want to credit the deep with all of the cool things that you listed. She's part Siren and she lives up here, and this is fully alive and is up here, and
Let me be very clear. Half of me is below the water right now.
Yes, but you're not.
And the rest of me is there too. I am the Fortune Sphere, and I am the Starling, and the Gorgon, and the Devil's Dance, and those are below.
That doesn't worry you.
The ocean is how we've come so far.
Respect it.
Yeah.
Respect it.
You can respect and fear things that you worship.
Take it to Blue.
The witch said I could find your mom.
What? Yeah, hey guys. The witch did say that you could find my mom, and she also said, oh, you guys might need her help. Real casually.
I'm gonna try something. I'll be right back. And I'm gonna take my cool little horn and unscrew the part that makes it a juice cup. And go below.
Apple juice.
Yeah.
And I wanna go like crawl down the front of the ship. And using it less like a toot horn and more like a megaphone, I wanted to start humming the cadence of the rhyme below the water to see what sings back.
Roll for ship.
Yay!
You can roll for something else too. It's just it's fun
No,
when you
it's
roll
only
for ship.
funny to roll for ship. 5,284.
There is a sudden moment of absolute quiet as all the rest of you seem to hold your breath. The wind stills. And none of you can hear it, but you see this like of something impact the water as it just like bubbles almost to the surface as Dis calls out with her horn. And as you start to see something respond, but it isn't something singing back as a large shadow begins to approach the ship. You have called out beneath the surface with your horn, and a very large shadow has begun approaching Fortune's Fair. It is unclear at first, and as all of you are staring very intently at the ocean as Dis has ventured below, you see the shadow too, but where Dis is seeing it, it's a little bit hard for them to see the actual shape from above. You all see the very distinctive gargantuan shadow of a large serpentine figure approaching you at a alarming speed. What would you like to do?
I called it! The ocean is terrifying! I was just saying it, and I am going to look for Dis immediately.
I'm under.
Not to gloat about it. I'll save that for later. I just need to find and make sure you're safe.
I'm under.
This is exactly where it was before.
Distinctly unsafe. We're in the ocean. She is the boat. Does this remind anyone of Scylla?
I run to the kitchen. Sprint to the kitchen. Full fury to the kitchen. I'm grabbing so much food to throw to the sea. Because look, we don't know. We don't know. It could be fine.
Incredible. Everybody remind me what your deck scores are. We are in initiative now.
Yay! 12.
13.
17.
What?
I'm so fast.
The problem, I don't think it'll even notice if it swallows people food.
And if this thing is Scylla, good thing my name is short for Charybdis. I could be a monster back. Let's go.
Well, that's why I thought about it.
I know. My homie set me up.
Great. Sorry, Dex one more time. 17?
17.
12?
Yeah, that's me.
8, 11, 13. Excellent. So, yes, you grab... Describe to me what you were grabbing and what you do
I
with
am
it.
grabbing 7 pot pies, a bundle of fruit, like an armful or basket full of raw meat, some fish, and a little bit of spaghetti.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know what it likes.
Yeah.
And I am at the back of the boat.
Sure.
And I have one of my feet locked into the railing so that I am over the water as much as I can be. And I am throwing my foods.
So you salt the water. Excellent. It approaches at it feels almost like a ramming speed.
CDR.
As you now are seeing it quite clearly. It's starting to approach, and you see a head almost the size. It is the size of probably the catamaran that you sailed with Daya recently. It's gargantuan. A pattern of blue and gray and green with some icy white patterning. It is camouflaged perfectly in this water as it moves. Built very specifically with razor sharp edged scales and this spine that it is lifting up with aggression as its jaws start to open, as it immediately is heading directly for you and your friends.
Oop.
It is going to...
I'm so sorry.
Listen, we don't know.
Let me see.
Discipline.
What does it want to do?
Oh, no, never.
They're like, I've been trying all day to think of positive words that start with dis.
No, it's kind of the point
yeah.
of the prefix.
I get it. I know, but I was trying.
Just to be clear, is it a sea monster, like a dragon-y sea monster?
Does look like a very large sea serpent.
Serpent is the word, okay.
Yeah, sea serpent was number 4 on my list. So.
Shoot, it was in the title. We should have seen this coming.
I don't like your list.
Uh-oh. As a rush of white, like boiling water, as those jaws open, rushes towards you and the hull of the ship, as you start to see the water begin to like boil and churn around the ship. It's directly at you.
Yeah, dude, damage me, daddy.
So
Let's
roll a dodge or I don't know how you would parry this, but if you have an argument for it, go for it.
I don't. 51 over 50 to dodge, so I'll spend a luck point to meet it. Or do I have to spend 2 to get under it?
You can meet it in a way where you feel the heat and it like disperses against you if you'd like.
Yeah,
so
if
you
I can be a
understand
bit of
what
a
is happening
vanguard
to you.
to take the damage rather than the ship taking damage. I like that.
Yeah, especially since you are burning a PowerPoint, I would say
Burning a PowerPoint? I thought it was a luck.
Yeah, a luck point.
Okay.
You've, especially considering your hardy feature,
Yeah.
as you almost just stand
Sure.
against this attack. You now know, you're a lot more intimately familiar with what you're dealing with now. There's almost like you can't really like smell, especially underwater, but you also kind of can.
Yeah.
And that like sulfuric sense just kind of surrounds you as this like boiling stream of water surges through you and around the ship as a whole. You see the meat that you have thrown in begin to cook and boil.
Oh,
Dope. How much damage me? How many ouches?
How many ouches? Let's see.
Give me ouches. Give me
Okay, great. So that was, I believe, 18 full.
But I'm hardy.
But you're hardy, so you were. I'm gonna give this. I'm gonna give you a quarter
Okay.
of
fine.
this one. I'm
Round
gonna
it up?
Yeah, round it up.
Or round it down because you love me.
Now, if you don't round down, you don't love her.
Here's the thing.
Ooh, fuck.
You can round down, or you can disperse more of the damage so that it doesn't affect the whole of your ship, like the fullness of your ship, and potentially affect your crew.
I'll take the 5 and y'all are fine.
Aww. Love is a bargain.
Oh.
You know, I thought bargaining was going to come up more in this game. I'm extremely skilled.
Use it.
That's
I'll
Gambler.
bargain with you if you want, just for fun.
Bargain with this
Yeah, if we
thing.
survive this thing.
Hey, everything. You don't know you can't bargain with this.
Fair.
Okay.
Try
I
bargaining.
mean, I'm trying really hard to bargain with it
yeah, you did just throw
right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Do we have a
I have-
harpoon? Sorry.
Yes.
I do.
What were you going to say?
I was saying, am I up next?
You are.
Okay, that's all.
That was the beginning and the end. I just wanted to know if harpoon was on the table while I'm
So
do.
cool. It's right behind you.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it a couple times. I'm like, don't grab it. You're gonna break the whole set.
Okay.
Hi.
Hey.
What would you like to do?
So,
Yeah.
I've recently learned some things about myself,
You have.
which makes me kind of want to start like trying things.
Sure.
I would like to climb onto that edge of the boat where I sit usually with Dis. Where under the water are you?
My guess would be like under like the curve of the front of the ship, just to like So it, unfortunately, probably just out of sight.
Okay. That does mean you are in a safe location to me from me at this moment. I would like to try and do something that I know from legends, at least, that sirens do. And also, I'm really stressed and I don't like the ocean like this. So I would like to try and scream to damage it. I would like to see if I can do a siren scream.
2 questions.
Uh-huh.
What does it sound like? And do you warn anyone else that you're going to do it before you do it?
Yes. Absolutely. It is a very much like she's trying something incredibly intentional. So she'll just do one of these before heading off of it. I'm not able to warn Dis, but I figured under the water in the position that she is in back here, I can go forwards towards it enough that like piercing through the water shouldn't hopefully hurt her. But I don't know. I'm really gonna try not to.
What are you drawing on to attempt this feat?
The way that Piper usually kind of like gets in the zone before like a game, or before even like the things that she gamifies, like heading into a tavern or going to like bargain at some of the shops a little bit and haggle. I think there's a similar kind of like game face, which to her was a game face, and in reality is this kind of like getting in touch with her like maternal heritage. So in climbing, kind of like hanging over this piece of the boat, she goes to grip for her locket that's not there and just places a hand on her chest and full body shrieks.
And as you place your hand on that tattoo, it glows with that, or it like burns with that white hot. It feels as though you are getting it again, essentially, from Oleander. As you feel some kind of force rip from your voice as this scream echoes out of you.
I'll put 2 power points into it.
2 power points. Okay.
Let's go. Figure it's some kind of like magical ability. It probably needs those. Hopefully I didn't just offer those for nothing.
2 power points.
Let's
Okay,
get
so
again.
then roll.
But I don't know what the damage die is on this, so.
I was gonna say roll 4d6.
Oh!
Ooh. Okay.
14 points of damage. And then do you use your like attack bonus for this? I don't know if that works for like spells. I don't usually do magic.
This one, because it is such a it's such a powerful, and you have not developed a skill with it yet to be extra skilled to have a special damage bonus.
Makes sense.
This one I think is going to be just those 4d6. There is a second where like the coils start to rise out of the water as it like turns over on itself for a second in pain and confusion as it is. Let's see. As it is incredibly disoriented. Marlowe, what would you like to do?
So hear me out.
Yeah.
When I go in the ocean, I get drugged to the bottom. So I would like to fall with style. I want to jump into the ocean, and I'm going to use my sword to try to attach to the guy. The dragon. My only goal is to attach myself to the sea serpent so that when I get drugged to the bottom, it comes with me. If you're up for it, I have Breath of Life, which would allow me to breathe underwater for at least a little.
It does mean you would be drawing from the power points that you share.
Yes.
It's fully up to you.
May I have one?
Of course. You are... I'm so scared for you. Yes, of course. I'm just terrified for you.
So I think I would like you to roll to see if you hit the serpent, like you can get to the serpent by jumping into the water, and also if you're able to like attack it and pierce it with your
Would you
sword.
like me to roll like obviously roll short sword. What would you like me to roll to jump on it?
So there is technically a jump skill, which is not your favorite thing to do. So if you have an alternative for me, I would be happy to hear it. Or a straight...
I'd rather roll
characteristic.
agility.
Go for it. Roll agility.
If that's okay.
Absolutely.
I'm really agile.
Sure.
51 under 65.
Let's go.
Okay.
So that's me trying to land on our sweet creature.
Okay, roll for the short sword.
Okay, cool. 52 under 65. That's my to hit for my short sword.
Let me just see if it was it knotted.
Let me spend a PowerPoint so I don't drown.
PowerPoint, you're not drowning. I will say this though, as you do you want to describe how you leap onto the serpent, dive under the water? First time you have been below the surface in
A minute.
a long time.
Years. Many years. I'm gonna... Okay, so I want to do a jump stab move. And I do think that despite the horror and exhilaration, being in the water feels like relief. There is like a small moment of like, oh, thank God. Hope I don't die.
Okay, so
Yeah.
You swimming?
No, I'm getting drugged to the bottom.
so here's the thing.
So pleasing.
Okay,
It doesn't look like she's swimming, and now it would seem like an apt time to start swimming.
Me popping up, being on top of dragons. Here's the thing. No, I'm just kidding.
here's the thing.
Oh.
So you do you
I was ready for her
stab.
to be like, you can't.
So you find purchase in the serpent, and you see this like dark, like burgundy red blood begin to like swirl from a wound and begin to kind of rise to the surface.
Yummy.
And your vision goes dark for a moment in that like burgundy swirl of blood, and you hear that warm chuckle
Do not.
again.
Yes. No, do it again. So much. You can look at me when you do it.
As you just hear a voice. I'm so sorry to do this to you. What are you doing, beloved? We made a new deal. I keep to my word. But if you need something from me...
I'm gonna do that underwater scream that you do if you're like a child in the pool.
Sure.
But responding, I'll just respond to him in my head. I don't want to drown. First of all, if I was gonna be allowed in the ocean now, you could have told me.
Thought it was implied.
Second of all, wouldn't it be fun to have a big, angry snake fish?
I already have an angry fish. Tell me what you want.
Drag the snake to the bottom and hold on to it for a while.
Roll persuade.
By the skin of my teeth, 72 under 80.
This isn't one of mine. And if it gets called back, I may not be able to hold it. Finish what you started, Marlowe. And then just a jerk as the whole serpent with you impaling it starts to just get pulled down. And you swim up to the surface.
Swim.
Roll for it.
What? Yeah, you should roll for swim.
You should roll for swim.
It would just be like agility.
Okay, but like
No,
here's
there's
the-
a swim stat.
There's a swim stat.
There's a swim stat. Roll for swim. Can't swim.
Here's the thing, I can't swim. I only have 25%. I can't swim.
Well, there's something really interesting that you screamed above the surface, and then you and your frustration screamed. And I think, this is a giant sea monster, and Dis's original name was named after the ship Charybdis, a monster. And half of the forms that she's taken is a monster. And she's down here below and is like, be a monster. So instead of yelling through the megaphone, I'm going to blow it. And the most monstrous thing I can think of is calling up the dead ships that I scuttled myself to rise up as it's being yanked down to impale it.
Oh,
I will burn
Awesome.
a bunch of PowerPoints on
You
this.
do technically need, and but I did say it was exponential.
4
How many
points
do you
for
have
this.
left?
I've got 5.
Okay, with 4 points, you can bring up 2 little ones or 1 big one.
1 big one. New ship.
A new ship, ironically named the Siren's Surrender,
Yeah.
as you scream out on your own. And technically, the dragon also, so the sea serpent also screamed at you.
Yeah.
It started that with...
Sure,
a little
we're
bit
all
of yell.
doing it.
Everybody's yelling.
except
Oh.
for me, who is throwing spaghetti into the
Spaghetti! By the way! And I hear
You're the best of us.
And I think that hold fast idea resolves for her. Because I think there's nothing scary about being a monster when you know what you are. And then the knot goes away, and around her instead is written Hic Sunt Draconis. Here be monsters. Right here. And we want to impale it with one of these scholarships. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I'm not rolling for that because there's no way for the serpent to avoid it. It is being pulled in, down by an inexorable force, and you are. That's just physics. Do you want to describe what it looks like as it's impaled on
Yeah.
this new, triple-masted, full galleon?
It's that thing where this very long snake, it's as though Davy Jones grabbed it from the center and pulled down, and you kind of see that whip reaction as the head is still focused on screaming into the ship and into Dis's eyes as she reaches forward and then points like her harpoon up as this massive, like old, moldering, massive galleon that like sailed these seas proudly in the days before pirates forced ships to be smaller and lighter. This was one of those big, fat, impressive galleons that was an easy mark early in the age of piracy. And one of its 3 big, beautiful masts just like slams through the bottom of its jaw, through its head, and it screams out that last bit of hot, like bubbling water, and then is filled with blood. And as the blood sort of clears away and you're swimming up through it, you can still see Dis screaming back at it the entire time. So if you want to jump into that, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm just gonna grab her because she can't swim.
Yeah.
It's not that I can't, I just forgot.
Got it.
That's so long. For sure. I just grab you.
You dive into the like thrashing, boiling, bloodied waters
Filled with meat.
filled with meat
Filled with
spaghetti.
meats and spaghetti.
It's spaghetti.
Also,
Noodles
throwing
for a
dead
danger
fish
noodle.
back into the ocean, somehow very disturbing.
Fishy fish.
It's true. It's true. Grabbing you, passing by, what is happening, and the aftermath of it, because I definitely missed like the majority of it, just seeing the tail end of what just happened,
Yeah.
just being like
Same.
real underwater. You're doing great, sweetie.
I want you to know I'm going full damsel.
Yay!
Like, you can't swim, you can't swim. And I'm like, fine, I can't swim then.
I will fully carry you.
I think there's something, if you were like leaning into like the sirenness of you, I think there's just a little bit of that like parallel that like Dis was originally carved like a masthead that was supposed to resemble whatever they thought a siren was, but no, none of the carvers had seen them at the time. But there's like a vibe understanding of like the ocean is scary and we are part of why. So I just want to send you back up with that little bit of like, yeah, it's terrifying. We're part of the terror.
As soon as I like break out of the water enough to like catch my breath and open my mouth, I just go, she's so hot.
Please tell me that you do the like Little Mermaid.
100%.
yes.
It comes to you very naturally.
And then I'll look up at you like, you're so hot.
You're so
Also, I can swim.
yeah, that's of course. That's why we're doing this.
As you break the surface at the same time that the rest of that huge ship breaks the surface with the broken form of that giant serpent draped across it. Blood and gore and like teeth are starting to like fall to this moldering deck as you have fully resurrected this vessel, and it floats. The displaced water kind of tosses the fortune fair just a little bit. You have been slightly distracted by the sight of a figure who appears in a flash, stares at you with oddly familiar eyes, and she winks, slurps up a little bit of spaghetti, and then leaves. Just dives back into the depths.
What does she look like? Can you describe her in great
Yeah.
detail?
What is this?
Are you dating?
I don't know what's happening.
But also she eats the
Spaghetti lady.
I just want to know about the spaghetti lady.
From?
What does she look like?
Like that, but a little older.
Oh no.
You can't.
Hold on.
Are you
What
gonna
you just did right now, we have to openly call Mom Spaghetti.
I can't believe my mom cameo was ocean spaghetti. I had to order the spaghetti. It was too funny.
It's very funny. And that water got hot a little bit too, so I bet that's making action real good.
It's the slurp wink for me.
I've been waiting her whole life. She didn't see it. You don't have to know.
You didn't see. You were flirting with me when you were talking about your amazing girlfriend.
I know.
Never had a better time. The old spaghetti mommery. Never had a better time with the Mom Spaghetti Factory.
So sorry.
I'm sorry,
Are you secretly in a relationship?
No.
With Piper's mom?
I mean,
Oh my God!
We're can revisit. Let's just put a pin in that.
Mommy's sorry.
She's
Mommy's.
gone. Yeah, she's gone.
She's gone.
Just disappeared.
If you drop me,
I can't. I don't know what happened. I'm absolutely like all that just happened was my hot girlfriend wife killing a sea monster. So I'm just gonna get you up onto the ladder and climb up behind you.
the way I'm gonna insufferably like my hero you. I love you. I can swim as I'm like crawling on the ship.
We'll hoist you back
The ocean settles. You all have a like brief breath of quiet.
Do you tell us what you did?
Or what you saw?
I'm standing on the other ship, by the way. I came up not on Fortune's Fair. I'm going to be on my other boat that's a little besnaked, but we won't worry about that.
It's just besnaked instead of bejeweled. It's
Yeah,
besnaked.
besnaked.
Yeah. So you guys, wow. First of all, incredible.
Team effort.
Well, so here's the thing. I feel like I didn't contribute very much. I just threw a lot of meats and spaghetti into the ocean because I was trying to befriend before it, you know?
Oh, that's where all of the meat and spaghetti.
Yeah,
in the
we have
ocean came
no
from.
more meat.
How
or
are we
spaghetti.
Oh, okay.
There was only a little bit left.
I mean,
Okay.
at least you wouldn't throw the fish in the ocean.
So I thought that
Fortunate.
there's a lot of, all of the fish is in the ocean, but
Hey, that's okay. I think we've got like a fruit basket.
Oh, yeah.
okay, so like
A little orange,
Oh,
like
it's all of it.
we have a lot of almonds. I'll talk about the things we do have. We have almonds and we have a lot of avocados.
Just checking, and remember, I'm on your side.
Yeah.
Is that it?
No, you see, there was a figure that I saw in the water as a
That's a big snake.
no, a
cat.
beautiful woman. She ate the spaghetti and left. So
You jumped in.
yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
did you eat spaghetti?
Ew, no.
I don't eat ocean spaghetti. What kind of monster? What kind of absolute freak is going to eat spaghetti out of the ocean?
Spaghetti.
Oh, I mean,
That simply is not who I am. It isn't in my blood.
Can you describe her?
so she kind of looked like, honestly, it sounds weird, like an older parallel universe version of you. She slurped up the spaghetti and then was gone.
She ate the spaghetti.
That's what was important to
Was
me
it your
personally.
I originally went down there to be like, I'm gonna find your mom.
I don't
Came
know.
for spaghetti.
I don't know if that was your mom.
Spaghetti mom.
It could be like the spirit of the ocean.
Okay, wait.
She
Now,
looks so familiar.
now you describe what your mom looks like. And we'll see if she's
Okay, well, yeah.
I mean, I just have like the one like little.
Do you have a picture of her?
painting. No, the witch ate it.
What?
That's what was in my locket.
Oh,
Unfortunate.
I wish I could have seen her, and then I could compare.
Yeah, me too. Wow. Interesting. I also wish I could see
What'd
her.
she look like?
She.
You been older?
she. That's why I always thought that it wasn't maybe a real like portrait of her, is because it just looked kind of like me. I don't know. I thought that like.
Isn't that how people work when they have children? Their children
I
become
don't
older?
know. That's the only one I've
Okay.
ever had.
Do sirens have gills?
Yes. I'd like to be very clear. I don't know her. I never knew her.
Can you make the slurping spaghetti face so that she can see?
Oh, yeah.
No,
Spaghetti.
no,
No, I
it's okay.
cannot.
We
No,
don't have
I'm
any more
not.
spaghetti. It is in the water.
Yeah, she had a hair color that was like the same tone as mine, but deeper, like really rich, deep auburn, and the same eyes.
I think that it was your mom.
So like you called my mom,
Yes.
and she just showed up.
Ate some spaghetti and is
her
doing the lap in the
spaghetti.
parking lot.
and left.
But maybe she's not gone. I mean, she's gone. She went.
She's just like gone to pick up some milk, get a pack of cigarettes.
No.
I wasn't right. I just went to get some more spaghetti.
There's a big sink here, so maybe she was like, let me just cool it for a second.
We can.
I need everybody to understand why I'm having a real hard time accepting that that's my mom. And when there was a sea monster, she also did not help. She just hates and left. And if she is a siren, and I, as only maybe some siren, could do that, she said, no thank you, but this looks tasty. And took a noodle for the road.
Sirens are not known for liking to help mortals.
But I don't. Let's figure. So I am going to.
Any of this crew immortal?
Oh,
I'm human. I'm human.
do they only prey on men?
Roll for Siren. I don't know.
On the other ship, just raising my hand. Hey, I'm so sorry. This is important and I don't want to distract from it, but all of this sea monster's blood is getting into the water, and I think that was a part of the song. So we have so much of blood out of it.
Oh, the gate east. We have to go east.
With the blood, like...
Yes, blood of the beast on the gate of east.
Yeah, we should collect it. Good thinking.
Thanks. I don't really have a plan past this. I just knew I had to get some of the blood out.
I'll grab some jars.
Yeah.
Buckets. Are you gonna come back to our ship? To you? Are you gonna come back to you, or is that you now?
Sort of Herculean effort to bring this one up, so I'm gonna rock with it for a little bit, and let's try to beat both.
That is very cool.
All right.
Thanks.
Can we leave the sea monster impaled?
Yeah, I was gonna kind of drag this guy from the head meat, maybe do a lap to find where we're supposed to park that blood.
Everybody's doing a lap.
Yeah. All sea monsters do a lap.
Piper, I'm so sorry.
It's fine. Maybe I'm fully disassociating, but I don't believe it. I just simply don't accept it, and then it's not a problem.
Hey, can someone help my wife? She seems a little stressed.
I'm gonna look at my grimoire and just see if there's anything about any information. It's a magical arcane book. I'm looking for.
Sure, I'd love
Please
a
hug my
hug.
wife.
For no reason?
For no reason, I would love a hug.
I'm just hugging you for no reason.
I hug you so tightly that it's like too much. But while like you can feel her heartbeat, she's just like, oh, this is really nice. You're great. Thanks for this. Sure, we got to get moving though. So
No, I just hug you a little extra. I can swim. And then I
It's okay.
I'll carry you.
So
through the
I'll
water
hit with
anytime.
a 5.
Yeah, I rolled a 5 in an occult.
I'll say this is what happens. You get that dreamy cast to your eyes. It feels like you are dipping below the surface of the water again, but it's clear. You have that clarity now. It is that bright, colorful, warm feeling.
Can I find things in there?
You begin to almost dream. You get that same feeling as when you are having one of your dreams, but it doesn't feel as frightening as it usually does. And you see a delicate, graceful hand with the slight patterning of iridescent scales with a locket in her fist. Hand reach up to break the surface, and as you break the surface with her, you see Piper leaning down from the Fortune's Fair, a oddly shocked look on her face, reach a hand out to accept it. and then you are kind of brought back.
Hugs are good for no reason.
Piper, come here. Let's go to the, frazzled, nervous, grabbing your hand.
Okay.
Your mom wants to meet you. Come with me. And I go to the side.
I will follow. And she's fully just like, I don't know, it's kind of weird what we're doing, but it's fine.
I'll follow.
100% out. Mm-hmm. We're just going to the side of the boat? Like over the side? What are we doing?
Waiting.
Okay.
And I have, can I have my arms interlocked with yours?
Yeah, of course.
Great. So I have my arms interlocked with yours, and I'm looking, and I look very earnest, and I'm just like waiting patiently, staring at the water.
This is feeling like a.
No, I saw it. Just wait, just a little longer.
Okay. I trust you.
This fish better show.
It's feeling a little like Santa Claus right now. And I don't know which one of us you need to tell Santa Claus isn't real anymore.
I'm right here. Right next to you.
My sweet, innocent angel.
Like literally, we're like
my
bestie.
bestie.
Yeah, 100%.
No. She has something for you. You all wanted me to tell you when I had visions.
Yes, and I'm sorry. I don't mean to disrespect your talent and your abilities, and I trust you. I do.
I don't feel disrespected or anything. We're just waiting.
Okay.
Let's wait a little longer.
And I will just stare into the ocean with them.
You roll a bargaining check.
Look at
Finally get to bargain.
Negotiate with your mom.
Don't fail me.
No!
That's an 89. Over 66.
Oh.
I'm not like that good at bargaining. I'm pretty good at bargaining. But, you know.
Okay. Just wait a little longer.
Just wait a little longer.
I could also try luck. Sure.
Luck check, different dice.
Different dice.
It's.
I can see it. I
I'm
know
a
what
little
happened.
distressed at the moment.
Yeah, you are.
You got other dice.
I got these ones that I haven't used yet.
Okay, let's use those.
Well, just waiting.
Maybe rolling for mom. Okay, that's like
Maybe it's not today.
Dang, she's just going to grab some
Maybe
cigarettes.
tomorrow.
Don't you worry.
This is really giving Puppy Goes to the Farm. I need this woman to show up.
Guys, it's fine. It's totally okay. Like, I need you to know that my hopes are not up for a mother to swim out of the ocean with a mouthful of spaghetti. So, I don't, there's no expectations here.
Is there anything I can do?
sure roll.
Okay.
Everybody roll. Let's see what happens.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Whoa!
That's the highest I've ever rolled. No, I rolled a
five.
100 before. No, it is a 98. So it's the highest in a bad way.
Parents, am I right?
Damn, these days really do be high
I feel like
today.
such a deadbeat mom right now.
Okay, I rolled for a cult, and that didn't work. Can I roll for something else?
I rolled a 3. Admittedly, it took me like 5 rolls.
It was so many rolls.
but I finally got a 3.
Everyone just keeps trying.
Yeah.
I'm doing other stuff.
Yeah, I
Another
really
boat,
enjoy, like the
sorry.
amount of this visual that I have of everybody just leaning further and further into like the surface, willing this person to show up, trying everything. Everything you can think of, and with that final 3, what did you just roll?
I rolled an 18 for spot hidden.
Fuck it, I'm gonna roll.
Look at these. Look at these. I just did it for fun.
Can
I rolled
I say-
22.
I just did it for fun.
Can I say I rolled my 3 for command and I'm going to shout into the ocean?
That feels on brand. What did you just roll?
A 9.
Okay.
But I wasn't doing anything.
Oh no! You're just
I was just like, oh, I wonder if these ones are better.
They are.
No, allocate it to something. I need your mom to show up.
We
Getting
were.
away
We will,
from
if
us.
she doesn't show up, we will go into the depths and drag her out.
I don't actually think that we should do that at all.
Yeah.
We have like a whole poem to follow. So, yes.
No, I'm asking the GM.
Yeah.
Hey, while they're waiting for ostensibly hours for Spaghetti Mom to show up,
You don't have hours. It's not hours.
It's not hours. Please, no
just
hours.
weeks
I don't love it.
waiting
I
for
don't
Spaghetti Mom
love
to
it.
come back.
No, Spaghetti Mom.
Sitting by the door.
Yeah.
She was around. She just ate spaghetti.
Can I roll for a ship, like structural, what is it? Structural repair?
Sure.
I would like to repair this scuttled ship with the readily available material next to me.
Yes,
Thanks.
that's
This
very
is my
cool.
4 PowerPoint ship, and I want it to be nasty.
Aabria, is the readily
Roll 28.
available material the serpent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna repair with bone?
Hide and bone.
I love you.
It's very
I rolled
good.
a 28 under 73.
Do you want to describe how you make a sea serpent a ship, or would you like me to?
Tag team?
Sure.
Sweet. So they're looking off the back of the ship, and I think there is something of like using the like broken sort of carcass of the ship to impale inside the serpent under the water, and is like flaying it open and grabbing bones and using bones to like replace the bones of the ship, and sort of just wrapping and like grabbing and wrapping this like serpent's body around the hull.
Ooh. And I'll also say that you are able to reform those razor sharp scales as literal shiplap as it starts to layer as this razor sharp armor, where this thing becomes its own weapon, and it is just this like serpent hide razor blade of a vessel.
And I think just to end that, I think it drifts close to the Fortune's Fair, and you all feel it bump a little bit, and then you feel a break as I start breaking the Fortune's Fair to reinforce this, because this feels like what this actually is, a monster ship. So I will make this our new home while y'all are waiting for Spaghetti Mom. But go on, we're all doing equally important things.
I think that Piper sits with you and tries to like get out of her like cynicism for a good while and just like appreciate your support, and then is like has to be somewhat aware of the noises at least coming from you rebuilding this ship.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And tries to stay in it and is like, yeah, okay. But after a while, Piper will be like, you know, there was a giant sea monster.
Right.
I wouldn't stick around either. So we should probably get away, because blood in the water was something we needed, but blood in the water could also attract other bigger sea monsters.
That's true.
So we should probably get moving.
Okay. I did see it though.
I believe you.
Did you see it with
Yeah.
Piper leaning over the edge of this ship?
Unclear.
Unclear.
Could be any time.
Right.
So
Anytime. That just messed me up. So sorry. Continue.
that's all. It doesn't seem like it's right now.
Yeah.
So
Prow of the ship shatters.
We should go to the other ship before Dis sinks us.
No. We're
I think we're
being
taking
rebuilt.
both.
No.
You're
I am
being like
I'm
consumed.
scuttling. Yeah, I'm scuttling and eating Fortune's Fair
What?
to make this.
I thought it was the opposite.
Oh. Can I add a little spice?
Yes, please.
As you are finalizing the structure of this main galleon, you piece by piece recreate the jaws and fangs of this sea monster as it build it almost in like a cage, like armor, over the prow as the jaws open just a little and you are able to bite into the Fortune's Fair and begin to absorb it into yourself and the new structure of this larger, grander, significantly more badass ship.
We gotta run and get all of ours. No, the stuff will be fine. Just
yeah,
running.
you're getting the stuff.
Yeah, I'm getting the stuff
Yeah,
onto
yeah.
the ship too, but if there's anything you want hands on, you're gonna want to grab.
What's the name of this new ship?
To be determined.
There's just a lot of chaos now because I'm sure Elizabeth, Lucy, Peter, everyone is just scuttling to the other ship.
Yeah.
Is it Calamity and Chaos?
Yeah, you just see Charybdis on the top, like reaching towards the Fortune's Fair and like pulling it into this new ship.
Noted for our marriage that she is not sentimental. And I will board this new ship that's not, that is the ship that we had but isn't, and is a new form of the ship that was important.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Do you need a hug for no reason?
No.
Okay.
I'll board new ship.
The new ship is
What was the old
very
name of
cool.
the ship? It was a Siren something, right?
Surrender.
Yeah, no. New ship name, the Siren's Price. I am sentimental.
Oh.
And it's just a big monster ship run by ladies, and we all have very nice cabins now.
Yeah.
Did we keep hot water?
Huh?
Do we still have hot water?
More now.
Big jacuzzi tubs.
Big-
now.
yeah. We have
I
water for
kept
no
the little
reason.
gland that in the back of the throat that made that sea snake. She had a bunch of hot water, so we for sure got a hot
Oh, you got
tub.
like a boiler now.
Yeah, we got a hot tub. It's quite cute.
Did
It's
this just
quite
invent
cute.
steam power?
I think so.
Yay!
Little puffs of steam.
You got it's like one of the big wheels, and it's just bones.
I would love to try and get us moving in the right direction.
Yeah.
East, I guess. And this is the east. We went to east, but
And I'll say that you realize that you didn't actually have that far to go, as this beast that you called appeared. It takes you a moment, as like proper underway sailing, for you to think back to the shanty and connect the beast and the guardian
Oh yeah.
as a chain of islands begins to come into view. A fog begins to descend, lightly for now, although you get the feeling that it's going to become a little bit thicker. One of those atmospheres that you can almost taste. The winds still just a little, and you're finding that you're having to make some more effort to move, especially a vessel of this size. As you approach what is now very familiar to you, is like this shape of this chain of islands, and you do see that they are very like mountainous and rocky, relatively small surface area, but they do appear to be like connected, like almost like a mountain range, like the spine of some creature, like spiked creature, just like rising up from the ocean.
The Guardians.
It is reminiscent of the spine pattern on the back of the serpent that you defeated.
We're almost there. Sail on. Forward.
So if we disembark onto a beach with black sand, we should be careful not to.
Well, we have tattoos now. Those should help.
Those were supposed to help to make it so the soulless can't take our souls. If the black sand turns into like quicksand, I don't know if that applies.
How are you approaching this island?
So this island, as it resembles the spine of the guardian, the snake, in the shanty we determined it's where the snake eats its tail. So if the mountains are circular, we're trying to steer right towards the center. If we can.
You absolutely can. And taking an eastern tack, you are able to get to that side of the island. It is a pretty sheer cliff face. Climbing up to a peak that does kind of like hollow out in the middle. You don't see any like smoke or like anything that would suggest that this mountain is an active volcano, but there is a like, you are now close enough to see that the entire beach is surrounded by black sand, and the foliage here is dark and thick. The soil is very fertile.
I would like to roll a cult to see how different this looks than my dreams, because I don't want them to step foot on the island before I do, because I don't want it to be what I think it is. But it could not be, because who knows? Oh no, it's okay. Barely okay. No, wait, numbers are hard. Yeah, success. 63. I rolled a 59.
Okay.
I think I rolled a 95 and I got so scared.
All good. All good. It looks right. It looks like you've seen it before. You're not sure if you see it or if you're imagining that the whiteness of bones peeking through. I don't want us to go on that. I know we're here. I understand that, and I understand that we have to probably do it, but I really, 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 really don't want us to go on this island anymore.
No. Hey, it's gonna be okay.
No, okay. This is where it happens.
It's not going to happen. Okay?
Okay.
It is not going to happen.
How do you know? I don't know.
Because I'm the captain.
Yeah.
Nothing happens to our crew without my permission. And I'm going to try and find something that has some weight to it on the ship. Whether it's like a crate or something that we have to try and like hurl onto the beach to see if it is something, because like I understand mundane better than magic. So it's like, if it's straight up quicksand, is it going to sink into those sands? Is it just sand?
Sure.
You know? So what can I find around that's like got some weight to it?
I mean,
Cannonball?
I would imagine you have a cannonball if you
I
want to
would love a cannonball.
Sure.
You just toss a cannonball?
You want to shoot a cannon instead?
But if
guns?
But if I shoot it into the sand and it goes down, then I've not successfully tested my theory, because of course it's going to go down.
Catapult?
But you'll see from the splash
How
pattern
heavy is a
if it's
cannonball?
like
Very
less
heavy.
than 20 pounds.
I get what you're saying, though. I get it. You're just trying to drop it over.
That's it. I literally just want to like drop it onto the beach and see if it sinks.
Sure.
completely.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
See if it gets like.
You want to get close enough to it
Something
to basically like it's not okay. Sure.
I
okay,
don't want to step
understand.
on the sands. I want to see what it does with something else that has like
Some weight.
some weight.
Sure.
But
Do
not.
a quick roll.
Okay. What kind of roll would you like?
Agility, strength, throw.
Okay. Agility, strength, or throw.
Something else.
I think I have pretty good agility. Yeah, I do. So that's a 45 for under 60.
Okay, so you're able to get it to the beach, and it hits the sand and lands there, and like they shift, but it doesn't look to be as though it's like pulled down.
Also, I would have loved to use your new cannons. We'll try those out sometime
Okay.
soon. By choice. Hopefully we're not,
When you saw this in your vision, your dream, what time of day was it? Did it look like now? So could we do something that makes things different, that just inherently disrupts the deja vu sameness of the dream? Like, wait a few hours until it's darker, or make it lighter now, or move to a different portion of the beach,
Or you don't step on it. You only saw it take you, right?
Question for the GM. Do I see it, all of us in my dream recurring, or is it just me?
You only ever saw yourself. And it was a different kind of a dream where it felt very out of context. It felt real, but it...
So, I remember how you said you were disassociating? I feel like I'm kind of doing the same thing right now with my body. Here's the thing. Oleander said that I would know how to get in.
So there's a special way to get in.
So, maybe if some curses aren't bad,
Maybe some drownings aren't.
maybe some drownings aren't.
Didn't she also say that there was some value in letting go? But she said it in like her weird witch way, and she was like, that's what I heard most of the time.
Just
Yeah.
garble. Yeah, we've gone this far, and if I'm gone forever, like, it's nice knowing you all.
You're not going
And I know
forever.
that's not how this is
I'm
going
just
down.
saying, it's
nice to know you too.
it was just nice knowing you. Like, it's just nice knowing you now.
It will be lovely to continue knowing you.
Continue.
I will
know
just
where you can go that
Same,
we
same.
won't find you.
Yeah,
Did I say that scary or fun?
I loved it. Felt it in my heart.
We all think Scary's very cool, so. I will pick up one of the ropes from the deck and just like offer it to put around your waist.
Oh yeah.
2 ideas. One, enter or leave my brain, and I'm just gonna go with the one that feels the wrongest. I am going to walk towards the sands, and I have the book, and I'm kind of like clutching it, and I have my necklace. And before I step onto the sands, I want to dive into my brain. Like, I want to dive into that water to see if there are 2 places of being. Let's try the one where I know I can get out of, because I've gotten out before, and I have this, so it might be better.
Okay, roll your occult.
Oh god, that doesn't count. That is a success, but barely.
Okay, so here's what happens. You fall back again into that, back into that surface, and it is not as bright and warm as it normally is. You are a little bit infected by the fog and the terror and the chill.
Or it okay. Because it's only been nice a couple times, so
True.
it's okay.
It's so I guess it's a little bit more like it used to be.
Yeah.
And you start to hear, at first it's just darkness, and you start to hear whispering, rhythmic whispering that starts to become a chant, but also it feels like hissing like a serpent, or the crash, like the rhythmic crash of waves. It just becomes sounds that cycle and transform and build into each other as your vision clears and you start to see something. In a large cavernous space, the same like gray, black, dark, broken up igneous rock that is making up the island that you are still technically standing on. Black volcanic sand at your feet. you hear the echo of that chant over and over again as your vision clears and you see Captain Grace Beckett with a hand on a oddly smooth, carved, polished, smooth stone wall, appearing to be concentrating very hard as figures around her in these tattered, hooded garments begin just whispering over and over and over.
With the whispers. And you all just see me vacant, right? I am on the edge of where to get onto the beach. I step into the rhythm of the chanting.
And the more you step, it does appear as though you've got a little bit of a downward diagonal direction, as though you are stepping down now stairs. As all of you've all got a little bit of that trace of that sea serpent's blood on your clothing,
that
on your
bad boy splattered.
on your weapons, standing in its body from the ship. You have its essence as each step brings you down like a staircase, controlled. You are the person who is controlling this descent, and you have a direction, and you have started to go.
I'll follow.
Oh yeah.
All of you follow in her footsteps, and you follow her, and you start to just go down, down, down. Are you still diving? So you feel, in a distant way, you feel the sand close over your head. And your eyes are closed. And Marlowe has your hand just behind you. And Piper has a rope around your waist. And you are diving, and you know where you're going. And you keep going, descending deeper. And you feel that solid stone floor. And you start to make your way back up. And all of you following her footsteps, toes catching on what feels like another invisible stair.
Big steps.
It's the ducks.
Catching for a moment, maybe pausing, maybe not, as you realize that the sand is about to go over your head that first time, and then going all the way back up, as yours is the first head to break the surface again. Sand streaming from your body as you quietly allow your vision to clear, continuing to move up, guiding the rest of your crew with you as you start to hear, the rest of you now start to hear that rhythmic whispering chant. Don't see anything yet. You found yourself in a cave or a tunnel that makes a sharp turn to the right, but you are hearing that echoing begin to swell.
Captain Grace is here.
What? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I saw her.
You okay? You did it. This is incredible. Are we dead?
No.
Are you sure?
We're in the sand? We're in the sand. What does this room look like?
This is just like an empty space. It's like it's a cave. It's dark. You do see a glow of what probably with that green and blue again. It looks like a driftwood fire kind of peeking from around the corner, and you see a lot of footprints in the sand. The evidence of a lot of activity down here.
Do the footprints look like evidence of a scuffle footprints or just people moving?
Just movement.
I really thought the quicksand would be more of an issue.
You did it. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Yeah, let's keep moving. Very confused. Moves forward.
Are you attempting to be quiet at this point?
Yes.
Or- okay, everybody roll whatever version of stealth you think you can have.
Well,
Some of you have stealth.
Interesting.
Some
Not
of you
rolling
don't.
shit.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right. 10% of stealth.
I don't have stealth, but I rolled a 6, so that's great.
I rolled a 10 under 70, so that was a special success.
I rolled a 12 and I have 12.
I rolled a 72. So I'm made of wood.
With your special success, I'll say that Marlowe, maybe with her expertise, is able to assist you, muffle your sound a little bit, and guide you in the like best way. She's kind of is like hey, watch me do, and you're able with your starling capabilities to able to do a good mimic, and follow in her footsteps as you are all able to quietly turn the corner, and now you see what you saw in your vision. Now all of you get to see that Captain Grace Beckett, looking relatively the same, hand pressed against a polished stone wall, and those hooded figures. Now that you are in the room with them, essentially, you can see from this angle that there are dozens of them, all with an emptiness in their gaze that is chillingly familiar. Grace, however, her eyes do not, looks, like I said, she looks the same. Her eyes are intent, her face is focused. She does not notice you.
The panic attack returns. Everything's so bad.
This is what we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, but this is how we die.
We're the people who are going to fix it.
How we die.
Are they like saying anything? Is there any like what does it sound like here? The hooded figures, are they chanting? Is she doing a spell, or like is it silent?
They are chanting, but it doesn't appear, it doesn't sound like it is like in the common tongue. It's not in a language that any of you have really understood. You feel like it is familiar, Lyra, but you can't translate the words. It just sounds like something you've heard before in a dream.
It's too familiar. Should we just? It's too familiar.
Go and stop her? Yeah.
I mean, we have
Grace!
to. Oh, jeez.
Everything goes quiet. And she turns. She looks at all of you.
I'm wearing her jacket.
You seem to have forgotten something. Back on the boat.
You followed me after all. Does that mean you're with me?
What does with you mean?
With you for what? You left us.
I was trying to protect you.
From what?
You stole me.
Knowing very well what that would mean.
You have gotten to the point where you don't need one vessel anymore.
No,
You
see,
don't
we're
get to
not doing that
decide.
thing where you do a bad thing and then say the way that we all grew from it was because of you.
I high five you. I know you have like a finger out, just a little high five. Yeah.
Absolutely not.
I am sorry for the harm. I thought it for the best.
You see how that sounds? That's why I was mad, because that sounds stupid. It's bad. It's weak. It's bad. You're a bad leader.
Protecting us from what?
When you saw what you saw, I got desperate. I had gotten word that Belladonna was selling us to the king. And if the Soulless were back, I knew that I needed to make a new deal. But Delilah was selfish. She bargained for more life, for herself, for immortality. I am going to solve all of our problems.
Who are we bargaining with?
You knew about this place. You knew about this place and my dreams.
I learned about it later. I didn't know.
You left the day she told you.
Not about this place. This place, you did tell me, you did. I didn't know what it was, and when I found out, I didn't want you to come.
I was drowning.
I know. And I died.
So tell us more about what you are planning to do now, Captain.
And she's looking at you in confusion and shock, fully consumed by a mission that she feels is absolutely right. Delilah called upon the Leviathan. The lady from the songs, the counterpart to David Jones, the other side of his coin. The sea. She keeps what she takes. But with this bargain, she only gets the deeps.
What are the terms of your deal? Plainly and directly.
Plainly and directly.
I have been your...
Why are you listening to her?
Because I have served you loyally. I have done everything. I have let every piece of information you kept from me go. I defended you. I've been willing to defend you with my life. I want to know what choice you made for me. And them. And everyone. And I want to know exactly what it is without your opinion of it, without what you think is best or why you did it. I want to know what you did.
There is that approving look at first, which is insulting.
I put my siren eyes on. You don't get to try and manipulate me.
The deal is this. She's been speaking to me for a while. And I see how Delilah got tempted, but I remembered what happened. I didn't want that to happen to us. So the deal is everything the tide touches can be ours. All of us. Us. I did this for us. All of us are included in this deal. We get the surface. She gets the deeps. No one will be able to take anything away from us ever again. Belladonna is gone. Consumed. The king gone. Consumed.
To the what? Deep? I don't understand. What everyone else thinks to the bottom of the ocean?
That is the catch. That's it. Is the ocean as it stands?
Is it a specific list? Is it
no,
what?
No, it's just... And she's starting to... You can see her starting to panic, and then there's that rumble of whispers as the cloaked figures start to adjust.
I want to try and actually persuade. I want to try and actually use the ability of my Siren Charisma to get her to stop talking around it.
Yeah, go ahead, roll it, and add all of the d6s.
Yeah. Okay, that is a success. And I will use... How many power points do you need?
How many do you have?
9.
You with all your
Actually,
PowerPoints.
8.
Cowards.
I used one more recently, so I have 8.
I'll take 3.
All right. So with my Siren Eyes, then it's supposed to add 3d6 per PowerPoint used to the ability. So yeah, I can roll all those if you want. It's just going to make the ability over 100%.
Great. Okay, so with
So
that, I mean, you can.
I cannot fail.
Yeah. Okay, so with that, you see again that, and the reflection of your eyes for a second flashes in hers.
No. Who?
She wouldn't take the deal as it stood. She wanted more. She's hungry. She wants more deeps, more ocean.
Remember when we were talking to Belladonna and she was like, power is dangerous. You wouldn't want the people that are below me to take my power. I'm doing good. I can be trusted with the power.
Yeah.
Isn't it interesting how everybody thinks power is dangerous in everyone's hands but their own?
I only care about all of you.
If you cared about us, you wouldn't have left us. If you cared about us, you wouldn't have made decisions that affect us without speaking to us. If you cared about us, you wouldn't have robbed me of half of myself and said to my face that you thought it was for the best. You may think you care about us, but you don't know what care is.
I have given up so much. I am risking everything to protect you.
What hurts, I think, is we are so capable. We are so smart and capable. And you're alone. You are one person alone. What makes you think that you alone can help all of us? A crew helps each other. How and what can we do? If the Leviathan is hungry and wants things, let's talk about it. Let's figure it out together.
There's no time.
You're right. I'm sorry, Captain.
Oh, she's not a captain.
No. You were looking out for us. There's not enough time. What do we do next?
And pulled in by your charm.
Correct.
She looks to you. We wake her and she will she will split the world. The ensuing wave will consume a large portion of the...
But not us.
Not us. We will get away from here. We will be on the ship together, and then when she has taken her fill, we have the rest.
So you just have to wake her now.
Why can't she just remain asleep? I mean, if the problem is that she's awake and she can do things, then shouldn't we just keep her asleep?
If she sleeps, we're still vulnerable.
Of course, Captain. I'll follow you. Where do we go from here?
I have found allies, and I can help them. They're only sleeping.
All of these people?
She said that she'll awaken them. She'll return them to us when they are back on the surface and they belong to us again, to our world.
All of
them? Their allegiance.
I'm pointing at the Colosseum essentially behind her. These people.
Their allegiance is the key. Their worship, their belief. It's the power she needs to break free. You know. You heard her.
When she breaks the eye contact, I have been demanding of her to look at you. I'm going to shoot her.
I've been sitting here, can you just get her attention so I can stab her in the back?
Yeah. I was waiting for someone to do it. I was like, I'll hold it, or she could look at these people. I'm really pulling a, hey, what's that behind you?
Yeah.
And I will fire. Come on. Thank God. That's a 34 from 64 for my pistol.
And on a backstab, the target has
Yeah.
to make a difficult listen, sense, or spot roll, and on a failure, it's an easy attack.
Yeah, what did you roll below?
I rolled 34. My attack is 64. So I'm
Okay, so
34
that turns into a special success.
if you fail to listen.
To add on to the distraction of your action, you say that to me as I am drawn to the things, right? Are there anything on the wall? You were gonna touch a thing?
Yeah, you absolutely, you see that in this polished wall there, as her hand is on it, there are like spirals of symbols that you recognize that have begun to glow as the chanting continues to rise.
So I say yes as things happen.
If I can use that like special success,
Yeah.
essentially.
How would you like to use it?
I would like to fire with both of my guns.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to use it to hit with both.
Go for it.
Okay, that is 1d6 plus 1 for each. That's 7 points of damage.
Your shot just like rock her to the core as she again struggles to rise. Is just kind of like now leaning up against this wall, blood beginning to pool. She looks at you. I would imagine the like compulsion is broken after.
Yeah. I'm just gonna stop and I'm gonna look to the crew and say, she's bleeding, but she's not dead. Marlowe's a surgeon that could probably fix this if any of you want to. I don't want to take that choice away from you. So, I put both of my guns away.
I had my dagger in my hand, so I'm just gonna hold it up and wait and look at both of you.
Lyra is investigating the thing, engrossed by it. I'd like to roll an occult check on this, and depending on what that tells me, then I'll decide how I feel about this.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. That is, I'm going to use 4 points of power, or luck, to get a regular success.
Okay. You open up your senses and you begin to feel that same push and pull ripping you into energy as you feel that energy that you've been hooking into for so long streaming into this polished wooden stone wall, lighting those runes more and more and more, and you feel the like warm glow of the necklace and your tattoo. You see the like sun begin to glow a little bit of gilded light as as that energy also begins to kind of activate as you feel it. And then you start to sense. Piper used to say things about connection, how everything is connected, and like a spider web or like fibers in a net, you start to see little links and threads and connections coming off of all of you. I need everyone to tell me how many doubloons and how many gems they have.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm a 4 and 4.
Okay.
I have 5 doubloons and 1 gem.
7 doubloons and 1 gem.
2 gems, 3 doubloons.
Now we are working with the allegiance mechanic from the BRP, and to reach Apotheosis in the allegiance mechanic, which we're getting, we're skipping a little bit to ahead there, but you need to put 20 points of allegiance. It needs to be 20 points higher than any other opposing sides. You have been collecting doubloons and gems. It felt at first like a struggle between Belladonna and Grace. But you've come into your own. And you've learned where your loyalties truly lie. Is it on the surface, or is it with the deeps? You have reclaimed Fortune's Fair. That treasure is yours now. You get to decide. If you choose to align as a collective, then the doubloons are for you. Then you. Your allegiance is to your own crew. And I will remind you that there was one more person collecting doubloons. Daya.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
She got doubloons?
Yeah.
She did.
And she collected 3. As you feel those connections that you have built with Daya, with Belladonna, with Elizabeth, and Oleander, and all of these people that you've met. You've built these connections, and have they been strong enough to turn the tides in your favor? Do you come together and call on those connections?
I didn't mean what I said to her. It was cool.
We're good.
You see those connections. What do you do?
If it is to choose us or choose like the rest of the world, everything can burn. I choose us, for sure. Does that mean she lives though?
She's not with us. She is no captain. She
So-
has no crew.
As I get out of my trance, I look at Grace Beckett. I look at Marlowe, and I say, "Sleep on, my lady, sleep on."
Right. Grab her by the hair.
And the blood spatters against the wall as the runes glow brighter for a moment and then go dark as the soulless around you reach out as that death happens and then drop. And you begin to hear a rumble as the ground beneath you begins to shake and the stone around you begins to crack.
We should go.
We should go.
We should get back on the boat. Right?
Loot the body.
Oh yeah, we loot the body
we
for
loot the
sure.
body.
We're pirates.
Yeah. We gotta loot.
We haven't gotten to do almost any pirating this week, so
Honestly.
Take everything. I want to take everything that looks like it could be of worship as well. For later. I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah.
And you run up, and your vision kind of clarifying, Lyra. You still see those connections as Grace Beckett's blood continues to just pool around her, and those cloaks kind of just get sodden with it. You see that energy begin to recede and flow, but the parts of it do just get reabsorbed into the earth, and that is where those cracks begin to really take place as you feel the volcano around you begin to struggle, and it tastes like rage, and you can feel it. There's a connection there that you still have just a little bit. And she's so angry, and she's trying anyway to see if she got just enough to burst out anyway, as you all rush out from the depths of this volcano, the sand beginning to crumble and fall around you as you are clawing your way to the surface. The ship is there. What do you do?
I'm gonna grab handfuls of sand and jam them in my pocket and sprint for the ship. Like as I reach out, I want like a rope, much like the one that was like tied around your waist originally, to like wrap around my hand and like reach for the group.
Great.
grab on.
And as your shoes hit the deck, and the ship comes about. You see this island shaking and churning itself, attempting to rip itself apart and turn it upside down. And you start to see the hints of orange and fire, and you begin to see smoke appearing slightly from the surface. And then you see something else as one of your connections blazes gold. And you turn and you see a ship that's unfamiliar, but the person at the helm is incredibly familiar as you see Daya, coat streaming back in the wind, a brand new, very jaunty hat on her head, approaching to join you. And that golden connection lights the aura up around you for a moment, and you see one of the cracks in the volcano begin to seal, cool, something happens. And then another flash of golden thread as from the depths below, a slightly familiar face to you rises, wearing a heavy silver locket, heart-shaped locket, as the most beautiful music pours from this woman's throat. Honey, heavy, sweet, as the volcano starts to settle again and you see more rifts and cracks in it cool and settle. And a little skiff blowing through as another gold connection lights. And Oleander in a strange hooded garment that makes her seem like even more like shapeless and lumpy.
As a choice.
Absolutely as a choice. Muttering again to herself as she is staring avidly at this volcano, being towed by another odd looking sea creature that, like, it's definitely, there's like a tentacle or two, but there are scales. No one is fully sure exactly where it is, but it's an odd reddish color, and it is just like towing and pulling her along.
Are you Jim?
Waves to you. Another gold connection flashes as Elizabeth just grabs your hand with something that feels very solid as gold, like metal lattice work of just energy is now forming the cage-like of her arms as another rift closes and cools. And Reginald glows again with those runic symbols.
Such a good guy.
He was a good guy. We're Reggie.
Lucy takes your other hand. Peter reaches out a little arm to you.
I'll give him a boost up onto my shoulder.
Perfect.
Every remnant of every ship you've been or will be begins to rise. As golden light soaks the surface of the sea and the mountain stills, and there is quiet as the fog clears and you see the tiniest hint of the sun break over the horizon.
Are we dead?
No. No, we're very much alive.
You sure?
Yeah. And she's sleeping. That's good.
I just waved to everybody.
Yeah.
They all wave back.
Is that your mom?
That's a good question.
Spaghetti!
Should probably talk about that.
Do you lean over the side?
I do. I make sure first to stop and grab you, once again, like arm in arm, to go over to the side of the boat with me and lean back over. We're right.
She smiles. Pulls the locket off of her neck. You notice that the gemstone on it is a different color, but it matches yours almost exactly, except for the fact that the gem was a different color. And with the chain like wrapped around her fist, she holds it out to you. And in a vision, exactly the same as she reaches out.
And I unlock and I leave you to your moment.
I reach down for her hand and the locket. I linger there for a second and just make eye contact, and for the first time see what it looks like to look at me.
And her eyes flash. She smiles. You called.
Did you really pop up and just eat a bunch of spaghetti?
Just took a snack. I thought I was being invited for dinner. But then I saw that you looked like you needed some help. And she turns and you see that like just beneath the surface there are 6 or 7 other like different like jewel toned, almost like colored heads, as other figures pop up from the surface with the same like, iridescent cast to their eyes. I couldn't help you alone, and I was worried you would need bigger guns, but maybe you didn't need all of us, actually.
Oh, that's because, and I'll look for you.
The guns.
Just far enough back
Just
to be like,
guns.
hi. Hi.
This is my boat.
Yeah.
And
I'm her wife.
And she has the most radiant smile as she looks at you and kind of like lifts a little bit to like give you like look you properly in the face. It is a pleasure to meet you, Dis.
Wow, you're really pretty. Whoa. Like, not pretty.
I like to think I passed some of it on.
Yeah.
If you open the locket, you see that it is a portrait of still her, but holding a small child. And you can tell that like this is something that she's been wearing around her neck. And just a figure of her looking a little bit younger, slightly older than what you are now, holding an infant with a lock of, you have like reddish, strawberry, blondish hair, right?
Yeah,
it's
like
like
an
the lock
orange,
of that like
strawberry blonde.
orangish hair.
I stare at it and try and like memorize the image in it before closing it and offering it back to her.
I don't think I'll need quite so significant a reminder. I plan to visit. Is that all right?
This boat's named after you, kind of, and there's a hot tub. Can you walk? What's happening? I have so many questions. Have you met a horse?
Wait, what?
Sorry, that was number 1 on my list of things
that.
I wanted. I just wanted to know if you've met a horse, because I haven't met one yet.
You haven't?
You haven't met
No.
a horse?
We'll take you to
We'll have to figure that out.
Okay.
That's actually perhaps the easiest thing that's ever been on my
I
mind.
still haven't
Diet.
seen snow.
Daya calls out, I've got a horse for you to meet.
That sounded like a come on.
Everything I say kind of does.
You
Fine
are
with me.
not wrong.
And as, did you ever know what your mother's name is?
Nope.
Interesting. As she attempts to answer the horse question, what's happening with two of you?
So here's the thing. Both myself and my player are a little confused because I feel like my god is a lie. And I need to sit with that for a little bit. I don't know what to do with myself. Yeah, my god is a lie.
See, you're doing that thing where you spiral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. My God is a lie, and they wanted me to become a soulless. And here's the really messed up part, Marlowe. I still kind of want to. You know?
I have the utmost empathy for that conundrum in particular. It's not worth it.
Well, I guess you keep me here, I keep you here. Yeah?
Sounds easy enough.
Okay. And I start taking out, I have been collecting so many things of worship, of like my hopes in this thing that I felt since I was little. And I start emptying them out, offering them back to the sea, and it is this mixture of respect and mourning. You know, when people realize that like what they have been doing could have been potentially at the detriment of other people. So the herbs, the bag of seagulls I have.
The goal bag.
The gold bag.
Yeah, the ship's gonna smell so much better.
I mean, not really. And I slap the side. This is half snake.
Can we light the book on fire?
I was gonna say, as they're about to toss the book into the water, and they put it in their bag, and they walk away to the other side of the ship.
And Oleander is in your view, and she watches you do this with real, genuine empathy. As she looks over at you with like a very like generous and gentle expression. And she looks at you, Marlowe, with kind of the same as she looks at the two of you. And Elizabeth like squeaks over and puts that hand again on you. Do you want to try the possession again? Are you all right?
That is so comforting, Elizabeth. Thank you so much. No, but I hug you.
And you hug this dressmaker's form.
Yeah.
And she says out loud, to where all of you can hear, I felt your power from the beginning, my dear. I felt all of you. You don't need the things that you came to my island with. I'm glad you've cast them off. And thank you for letting me join you. This was quite more adventure than I was promised.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah.
When's the next one?
Hey, Captain.
After a good sleep, I would say we are due for making some actual money. We can use some gold.
There's a port to the west.
This ship does go very fast.
I would love to stop at a port.
I've heard that cannon fire is exhilarating.
Little water fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Belladonna ran! You wanna go find her?
Absolutely, I do.
Yeah. And as the sun begins to rise on the Siren's price, leading a new flotilla of mismatched but incredibly powerful vessels and individuals and crews. We got a fleet. You point yourselves toward the horizon, genuinely ready for whatever lies in store. And that is where we end our story. Thank you all so much for joining us for Salt and Serpent. Thank you to Chaosium for sponsoring our show and for providing us the basic role-playing system. If you want to try your hand at an adventure on the basic role-playing system, check out the links in the description. They'll also be in our Twitch chat. And let us know what you think of your adventures and tell us all about them. Let's meet our crew one last time.
Hello, I'm Saige Ryan, and I have been Captain Piper Price/Fair. I think we're hyphenating.
Fair price?
And I would like the record to show that I wrote a character with 2 parents. Thank you so much, everybody. This has been incredible, and I love you.
Hi, I'm Aabria Iyengar, and I have been your monster ship. Oh, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Hey, I'm Rowan Hall. I have been your skeleton murderer, Marlowe Clarke, and I would like the record to show that Lyra picked me.
I pick you all the time. You're the best. Wow. Hi, I'm Surena Marie. I have been Lyra, your worshiper of the Leviathan, ex-worshiper of the Leviathan X. X. It's about X's.
It's
game.
all about X's.
It's all about X's.
X's in O's.
And I am Kailey Bray. I have been your captain, ghost, X, crab, octopus, witch, cult member, and Leviathan. And Daddy.
And Daddy.
Say it.
Truly and daddy.
Daddy. For this adventure. And we'll see you all real soon.
Goodbye.
Bye.